Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Silver ALR, and we are here in Brazil once again, believe it or not. So, of course, we was in Brazil last night. We're back in Brazil again tonight, then, and of course, around this historic track. It's 2.6 miles long. This one is 15 turns, then, and we're here in Sao Paulo or Interlagos, between the lakes. Then, as you can see, the countdown is on. We're ready to get going. Then it's going to be good stuff indeed. Then let me get the old live chat up. So, because you guys are were very, what's the word? You were very active last night in the chat. I think we had over like 150 odd comments. My goodness me, I had to skip over some of them. Gosh, you guys were really chatty last night as we get into the session as well. Good stuff indeed. Then Young Lights has just has been very nice in the Discord, and is basically as of course cheered on the silver drivers and wishing them good luck. Absolutely good stuff indeed. Of course, and obviously done an absolutely fantastic job with the Discord. I think it was a week ago, wasn't it? Of course, we've now got one server rather than two, as we are getting our Discord techno hats on. Well, those is, I have no idea what Discord is really, apart from you can chat in it. And even then, I just struggle to check it. But yeah, so good stuff indeed there from Nolsey. So hats off to Nolsey, and he's an unsung hero, isn't he, in ALR? So well, good stuff indeed then. Anyway, we're now getting into the session then indeed then. Of course, I'm hoping for a extension on my pay packet as well. Ghost Recon's joined, but I think he's slightly too late there, so that means he's not going to take part in qualifying, unfortunately. Wow, that's a shame there for Ghost then. Unfortunately, he will be a Ghost in this first part of qualifying, as he will not be able to take part. So that means that we are going to be losing 4 drivers rather than 5. Well, last night we lost all 5, didn't we, really? As we had 4 drivers that was on the naughty step, and then we had Farf who really struggled to get the pace on, didn't he, unfortunately? But yep, we're now a minute into the session, and hopefully we get going. Hopefully no more technical difficulties as well. I seem to have a week on, week off with technical difficulties in Silver, but tonight I'm in a new location. I'm in the suburbs. I'm a city boy tonight rather than a forest boy. So we'll get going. We are get going actually. We are ready to get going, and hopefully we'll have some track action in just a few moments' time. Then LH44, shalom to you, LH44. I hope you enjoyed a Friday night tea, or no, was it Friday night dinner? No, I can't remember what it was. I knew what it was last night. I don't know. I'm just having a brain fart, and as you can see, as I'm coming out on track now as well. And you can see, I like this start lane. Of course, it's the longest pit lane in terms of distance from the pit entry to the pit exit. I love a stat like that, and it's really cool as well, isn't it? I found that out when Harry messaged me on Messenger a couple of months ago when we was discussing it in Silverstone, because I thought that Silverstone was the longest pit lane, but it is probably in terms of time, but I think that this one is in terms of length. I love a good stat like that. Oh, lovely shot here from Alpine, and he hasn't got any points yet, has he, in the Haas? Hopefully he can turn that around here tonight in the Interlagos here in Brazil. We've also got Grant saying, hello, Shorty boys, supporting Williams. Let's go, boys. Let's go indeed. We've also got Young Likes, hello, Sean, supporting the Red Bull. Good stuff indeed. Had a very disappointing yesterday. I got taken out. Well, I wish I'd get taken out. Even if I did get taken out, I would where to go to the world. So I'm not really a fan of walking, so I don't really like a walk in the park or anything. I kind of like stuff that involves food. LP is about to start his lap now. Then, as you can see, he's coming up to the line, and he's about to start his lap. Then, wow! Look at him as he flies into the centre S. Then, lovely again. Lovely, beautiful skies around Brazil. Brilliant stuff indeed, isn't it? Normally we have a bit of weather forecast, or a bit of weather around here, don't we? Where we've got moisture in the air. We usually have a lot of rain around here, don't we? But last night was absolutely perfect conditions, wasn't it? I think. Yeah, there was no wet weather in last night, was there? I don't think so. Anyway, 24 hours has passed since yesterday, so and I've slept as well. And I've also realised that I'm very poor at assembling office furniture, as I've been trying to assemble a desk since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So yeah, it hasn't gone too well at all. So yeah, that's so basically I'm gonna have to get a man for hammer and see if he can help me out. So that I've just unfortunately lost my man license there, haven't I, really? That's a bit sexist of me. My goodness me. God, I'm gonna have to go on the naughty step myself. Blimey! As here comes out Peter, and as he's coming out of Young Cow then before powering up the hill. Then now the driver doesn't have to do anything from this point onwards. It's all about grunt. It's all about speed. It's all about power. Let's see what he can do there. As he comes up to the line then, LP, and he is coming over the line. Wow, he's very close to the pit wall there. I thought he was going to go into a 9 straight away. My goodness me. Ghost is left for session there. We have a returnee. If anyone remembers FIFA Beefy, I remember him quite well actually. He was a rocket coming up Eau Rouge and in through Radion, wasn't he? In Spa. Oh, my goodness me, that Ferrari was a rocket, wasn't it? Glock has gone fast is on an 8.282 there, Glock is. Of course, what can you say about the man, really? I think I've used all my adjectives and all that kind of jazz, and you can possibly talk about this man. He's greatness, isn't he? If you built a Formula 1 driver from the ground up, you'll get Glock. He is a superstar, isn't he? He really is there. People might say I'm a bit biased towards Glock, but how can you not be? He's an incredible driver, isn't he? He really is. He's fantastic. He's out of this world. He really is. Glock is car 95 in the Red Bull. I'm looking forward to seeing how he fares against the gold drivers. Really good stuff indeed. Then of course we got an event on Thursday. Actually, I think it's called Hide and Seek. Of course, it's part of the lockdown laps, which Knowles again there is as you can see, it sounds like I won something tonight, doesn't it? I keep praising the boss, but yeah, the boss, the producer, and all that kind of stuff. But of course Knowles has put together the lockdown laps there to get a lot of the ALR drivers there a bit of out of their boredom, out of their slumber, isn't it? So yeah, it's good stuff indeed there from Knowles, and of course it's the we got Hide and Seek on Thursday. So if you want to join in and watch that, that'd be great stuff. Of course, it's on Knowles' channel, because me and Knowles are quite potty mouths on that, so yeah, I don't really want to don't really want to cause any problems to the official ALR channel. Excuse me, I had a lot of coke earlier on. So I'm a bit hyper. I'm usually a Pepsi man, but today I've decided to go full bad man and go for a proper full-blown Coke. Then is coming up the hill now is Hunter. Hunter is second in the championship at the moment, and that reminds me, I haven't even gone through the championship. Good lord, I need to sort myself out. Here comes Hunter coming up to the line, and Hunter goes into full faster just in front of his teammate Vital. Hunter and Vital are a really good combination, aren't they, of teammates? I really enjoy that combination. It's good stuff indeed. Then 00 there. He seems to be all or nothing, doesn't he? He really he has incredible races there. Unfortunately, he has DNFs. Here comes car 90. Those he comes through the Ducks build, then before coming down Migulo, and look at that then, the dive, and before coming to Young Cal, then the junction. He is purple in sector 2 now. Once again, it's all about power from here on then, isn't it? Most of this track's about power. Then we got a oh my goodness me, there's some car, I think McLaren there at the Duck build. There is had a bit of an issue there. There's yellow flags fluttering. 00 goes into second fastest. Good stuff indeed there. Flea is on track. King's was coming out, and there is a Renault there who is mowing the grass, wasn't he? Coming out of Young Cow. Here comes King's coming up to the line. Out of turn 15, it's a nothing turn. He goes 11 faster on King's good stuff indeed. Then Alhan is coming to Duck's Bill as well. So Stringy there, who is of course driving here tonight for the first time in silver, so good luck to Stringy. Of course, he had a good result last night, didn't he? He is out of the relegation zone in gold, and absolutely fantastic stuff. And as I'm just in the comment there, Fisher's just asked what kind of coke. I need to clarify what kind of coke. I'm on about the soft drink, because I'm not hardcore, and of course I also say to our young fans, don't do drugs. Anyways, Alhan has gone up to 6 fastest now then, and good stuff indeed there from the Rich Energy Haas car. Good stuff indeed then. And we've also got Flea then in 9th position as well then. So we've had 15 cars that have qualified so far. Cod Oliver is in 15th position in the Alfa Romeo currently. We've still got String in the pits. We've got Serious Mushroom and Razor also in the pits as well. This gives me a good opportunity then just to carry on then. Young Light saying I'll have to make up for it next week, just in regards to having the issues he did in yesterday's race, unfortunately for oh goodness me, Con Oliver has been disqualified from the session. Where is he? I'm not sure where he is, to be honest. Has he been disqualified coming in the pits or something? I'm not sure, but Con Oliver is out of qualifying and he has been disqualified. That's not good at all there from Con Oliver, making his debut here in silver. He's had a couple of races in gold, but unfortunately that's not a gold star at all. That's not a golden star, is it, for Cole Oliver, as he has been disqualified, and that is that's a disappointing end to Cole Oliver straight away. My goodness me. So unfortunately we'll not see him in qualifying, but we might see him in the race. So Razor is coming through to start his lap now, as just explained then, both sessions of drive, fantastic stuff then. As Twan has asked me, can you send me an invite to the party in between the quali sessions? And if you want me in comms, that is, there's a Twan there, of course, there's a big fan of going on comms. You need to ask me before the session, my good man, because now we're on the broadcast kind of thing. I don't like that blue screen. It really disdains me, doesn't it? Oh, we got we got a Forza who was that then? As someone was having problems there. Razor just coming down into late descent. We've also got Simpa as a Gaz normal there is I can't even read that word. Simpa. I need Nosy to help me. As we've also got Granty saying let him commentate. We've also got Lloyd saying Team Red Bull. We've also got Twan saying I know you're tired of my voice, Granty. You don't have an excuse. We've also got Everson even at all. Of course, Everson there has had a difficult race last night, didn't he? But he did do a very good job to come through to finish fourth. He had a bit of a false start, didn't he? As he dropped out of the session there. He went missing in action there, did he? Unfortunately for Emerson. We've also got Oliver's gaming channel there. I think he's got a face palm there on the old emojis. I think that's right. Anyway, I'm trying to sound cool here. I don't really know my emojis very well. Yeah, all I know is that I just spam people with them, but I don't really know what their meaning is. Razor's gone 14 fast as well. We got Forza coming out of the young Cal, and he's in turn 15 now. Look at that. He's hugging the pit wall again then. Oh my goodness, he almost went into the pit wall. And he is in 10th position in the red. Good stuff indeed then. Good stuff indeed then. Fran there is just set a lap that he is on 16th position. Stringy's just started lap one, and I think we'll have to stay with Stringy then, who as Ghost is back in the session then, so he's still ghosting me, but he is so unfortunately we're not seeing him until the race there, as the Stringy there has gone wide then, but he is carried on. Good stuff indeed then. As we've also got Jonathan saying good evening Sean, good lap by me last night. It was a cracking lap by Jonathan. As I described last night, it was a Hamilton-esque lap. He just pulled that out of the bag, didn't he? That was superhuman. As we've also got Twan and Grant just on a bit of banter there, so we'll leave them to it. We'll leave them to it then. So just on board then with Stringy at the moment. As it's good to see the gold guys actually viewing the stream. It's good stuff indeed. It was also good to see Serious Mushroom also in action last night as well. It was great to have your inputs, guys. It's really good to help me out with the stream as well, because I've got to say I sometimes know not a lot. So Stringy there is doing a bit of jazzy there, isn't he? As he comes out of Juncal then before coming up the hill then. So Stringy going to pop himself, and that is that was coming up the hill then, and we're coming over to the start finish straight as well then. And let's see what Stringy to do then. And Stringy comes up to the line, and he goes into 13 fast vote. Stringy that's in the racing point, car 19. Good stuff indeed then. At the moment the track is fairly quiet out there. We've got a couple of guys in the pits then. The top 6 is in the pits at the moment, and they are just chilling out as well. As Ferran there is 8 tenths of a second down. Kingston was in the pits. So the in the drop zone is Flea, is Razor, and also Serious Mushroom. Someone picked up on that about how I say Razor. I thought it was Razor. It might be Razor actually, but I'm quite a posh man, and of course being from the forest and all that. I live in a tree house. Here comes well, I used to. So Razor then is still, he's done 4 laps on the soft tires. So we've got yellow flags. Is that V Todd is retired from the session? Oh goodness gracious me, that is not good at all for V Todd. And we're just on board. That has just come into the ducks build. That we're on board of his then his teammate. We're on board with Forza, who is just going to have a look to see what is going on then. And oh gosh, he is in the wall there. That's quite a severe smash there for V Todd. He is the second retirement in this qualifying session. Goodness gracious me, then that's not good, is it, for V Todd? Then I think, would he have been through? He was in 8th position, I think, judging from his time there. Quick mass, everyone. So don't quote me on that, but I think that V Todd is unfortunately out of the session then. And you need to remember there's no T cars in Formula 1 anymore, is it? Because he can't run back, even though that would have been a big old that would have been an amazing feat if he got back from there. I know the pit lane's only just up the hill from there, but gosh, say I don't think there's a road to get up there, is there? So yeah, that would have been impressive. Explains his 3 tenths of a second up in the Red Bull. His teammate is chilling out in the pits at the moment. Glock is, of course, Glock has had an amazing start to silver, as he's basically rewrote all the history books, hasn't it? Really, so it's going to be tough for anyone to even match or surpass what Glock has done this season. He's been absolutely incredible. Explains has gone up to 6 fastest then. Good stuff indeed there for Explains. Really nicely done then. Forza is just coming into is on an in lap moment. Stringy is having another crack now. He is out on track. We also got Flea in the Ferrari. He is fleeing up the hill. We've also got Serious Mushroom as well. So we're keeping an eye on Stringy at the moment. Let's see what he can do. There's a lovely shot here from the side pod of the racing point, isn't it? Formerly known as Force India, formerly known as Spiker, formerly known as Midland, formerly known as I think there's another name in there as well, wasn't it? Then it was Jordan. So this team has gone through various disguises, hasn't it? Now it is going to be Aston Martin from 2021, which I'm looking forward to. Really, it's quite cool to see Aston Martin name in Formula 1. It really is. And so you can see then there's a Stringy coming up the hill then. He is going to go on DRS. There is 2 DRS zones around here, down into Lake Descent and also over the grid hatches, over the start-finish straight. Stringy goes into 10th fastest. Much better time now for Stringy there, right in the mix then. Here comes Serious Mushroom. He hasn't set a time just that. We're on board with Serious Mushroom in the Williams then. And let's see what the Williams team can do. And that's only 16th in the vote for Serious Mushroom, as he is, wow, look at that everyone. If I draw your attention then to 14th and 16th then, King's 09563, Mushroom 09565. Goodness gracious me, that is incredible stuff, isn't it? They are so close then. 3.5 minutes to go then. This is going to get very tasty indeed. Here comes Razor coming up the hill then, and we're on board the Ferrari. Both Ferraris at 18th and 17th and 18th so far, so they're going to have to really really get themselves going. We've got yellow flags fluttering just coming up in turn 7 now, and there's some mischief going on over there, I sense. So hopefully those guys would don't get too much mischief and can come back to the pits then. We've already got 35 comments on this stream. Incredible stuff. I love it, absolutely love it. 0.3 of a second so far then is Razor up at the moment, and that is in the ballpark. He needs another 0.3 of a second, and another 0.3 of a second possibly to make it through safely into Q2. Remember, it says 15th and above for us to make it through to Q2. He's coming into the second part, now into the pine trees coming into now. Of course, it's a downward turn, isn't it, before coming uphill into the Ducks build then. Green flags are fluttering. I think that one of the Renault cars just gone off just in front of it. Now coming into Magulio, the dive then. Of course, Grosjean on a big old smash there in 2012, didn't he? Now into Young Cow then, before powering his way up the hill then. He's not taking too much outside curb there, Razor isn't. So keeping it well within track limits. He didn't want to take too much curb there. Get a bit of wheel spin, which also dulls the power, doesn't it? And you need as much power, straight line speed coming up this hill. And wow, that's a good time there from Razor. Much better. He is in the ballpark now, and you can see he's trying to slow the car down. He's got so much speed there. Good stuff indeed then. Fran is back out on track at the moment, and Fran there, I missed his first sector there, apologies guys. And Fleet is also on track as well. We'll keep an eye on what Fran does then as he flicks it through turn 6, and we've had some action in turn 6, haven't we? Remember Gunnar went flying up in the air in the first season we came here. My goodness me. I know, don't think Gunnar is a man who likes flying too much, so I don't think he was too happy with that incident. I think we had another big old incident as well, actually, in that turn as well. I think it was 2. I think we had a safety car, then and then the safety car came back in. We had another big old shunt there, didn't we? So yeah, that turn can potentially be very perilous, can't it? A 10th of a second Fran up at the moment. That would get him in front of Andre at the moment. Andre is only down in 30th position, but remember Andre is usually one of the men is, wow, look at that then. The Fran almost took the camera with him then. That's incredible, isn't it? Lovely shot here from the DRS, and he comes up to the line, and Fran goes 13 faster, so just in front of Andre. Kingdom's invalidated his time. Here comes Flea then coming down to Lake Descent then. You can see, let's go on board the Ferrari driver. He is the slowest at the moment then, but only just, oh my goodness me, I thought he was going to the barrier there. Of course, Barry Kello's retired there a couple of times, sadly, because of the car is broken down rather than anything else then. And it's my goodness me, you guys are absolutely chatting away, aren't they? Brilliant stuff indeed then. As you can see then, there's Twan saying, I feel sorry for Sean going through all these comments having nothing to do with the stream itself, but I do love a good banter though. Oh no, Serious Mushroom is gone. Serious Mushroom is out of qualifying, so we've lost Cod, we have lost VTOT, and we've lost Serious Mushroom as well. Flea is a 10th of a second down as well. That is not enough to get out then, so Flea then is going to have an almighty final sector here. I wonder how much downforce he's got as the Ferrari comes up the hill, peaks up the hill, then peeps over the hill then before coming into the line. Then he goes over the grid hatch patches, and Flea is going to have to go around again. Then King Zone was also in trouble as well. And King Zone needs to improve his time. Then Andre is out there as well. We're on board King Zone. He is in the drop zone. The checker flag is fluttering on my screen. Where is fluttering on everyone else's screen? I'm not sure really, because I'm out of sync. Then I'm in front of everyone, which is unusual because usually I'm behind everyone. So I'm taking this as a win. Then here he comes up to the duck build as well. Then King Zone is accelerating away. Car 94. That's coming synonymous with King Zone in the Toro Rosso, isn't it? Dropping down the hill now, coming into the Junkout. He's 5/10 a second off. Andre's retired. Andre's retired from the session. Oh my goodness me! That he is going to be in the hands of the other drivers here. He's going to be in the hands of Flea and also King Zone. Lovely over the shoulder shot. Oh, lovely helicam shot here. And where does King Zone go? King Zone is 6/10 a second down. He has another go. So does Flea as well. Flea is, oh my goodness me, he is very much on the edge of, look at that. He's, oh, that is a car. That's a car on the outside. That is a oh, King Zone's out to qualify as well. Oh goodness gracious, goodness me then. And what about Flea then? He comes out to the line as well. Let's see what the Ferrari driver can do. And someone has jumped up quite amazingly there. Flea is still 18th, and that is the end of qualifying. And that is it then. Oh, as a Forza's in the wall. Forza's in the wall. I think he's gone into someone. What a shame. I think Codemasters is royally hurt Forza. Oh my goodness me. And I think Forza must be shaking in anger there in the Renault. I keep saying Jordan lately. I don't know why. I think I'm back in 2001, ain't I? Oh, what a shame. Then Stringy's also retired from the session as well. I'm hoping that Stringy is. Oh no! Hunter! The cars are getting knocked out left, right, and centre. Oh my goodness gracious me! This is appalling luck then for the drivers, as Codemasters there can't seem to drive the cars round unaided here, can they? And everyone's talking about having I remember one commercial with the Williams that one was saying about having just radio control cars, but my goodness me, perhaps not, because it seems like the artificial intelligence isn't that intelligent at all. And I hope no one's heard me about that, because I don't really want to have a Terminator style thing happen to me. Oh gosh. Anyway, that's a shame now for Hunter. He is out of qualifying. Remember, this is what the painful problem is here is the drivers have really been hurt here, haven't they? Because of no fault of their own. It's Codemasters which is the problem, isn't it? What a shame is going on all there. Then I am absolutely. Well, that's so disappointing then, as we got we got all sorts going on in the old comments like that. As Granty wants to beat 132 comments. Now Twan is going for 1,000 comments. My goodness me, Twan, you're going to be there for an awfully long time. As we have also got there, unfortunately. Then it's such a shame. Then as we're just waiting to see what's going to happen here. Then as I've got oh no, don't worry about that. I have no idea what's going on. Then I've got a lot of notifications, but let's just ignore them all because yeah, I just ignore them anyway. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to see what damage has actually been done in this Q1 session. That is a major blow there. Really is. Then it's a Twatting grads there having their own are in their own little world at the moment, aren't they? Look at the amount of drivers we have lost in qualifying too. Then we have lost Cod Oliver, who got disqualified. I'm not even sure. I think he might have been parked in a dangerous place. We've lost Flea, Serious Mushroom, King Zone. We've lost Vitor. He went into the Armco barrier. Forza and Hunter have been taken out by Codemasters. What a shame for those guys there. That is absolutely appalling stuff, then, and really disappointing there for those guys. What a shame. What a shame indeed then for all those drivers. And I feel for them because no fault of their own. Then yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about that. I know we're going into qualifying too now. Of course, so we have to carry on, don't we? Of course, then bad luck, unfortunately, it's kind of it's just how it is in motorsport, isn't it? Really, whether it's car failures or that kind of stuff as well, isn't it? Because remember that back in the late 90s, early 2000s, reliability was basically was stretched every race, wasn't it? Remember that those cars were dismantled and like completely new cars were done on race day, wasn't it? It was incredible. Yeah, these hybrid cars are put into park firmly straight after after qualifying, and they seem to be so reliable, don't they? It's incredible stuff. An incredible feat for Formula 1 as well. And of course, another thing that's incredible as well is Formula 1 teams. I think it's the Mercedes team. We're on board with Paulie Orange, as he is at Mercedes. As they are actually sorting out some breathing equipment, aren't they, for this awful virus going around. So absolutely kudos to the Formula 1 teams, isn't it? Putting their amazing technology to really good use, isn't it? So that's absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? Amazing stuff indeed. Hats off to all those guys there. That's brilliant stuff indeed. Then, as we're just on board then with Explains, then is Glock is now just in the comments as well then. Twana said, you're welcome, sure. We've also got Glock saying, I'm not using my wheel until I'm at a decent pace and not bin it then. So that's interesting, as Granty and the Glock are just talking about wheels then. So we'll leave them to it, shall we? As the only wheel I know is the wagon wheel. Do they even sell them? I think they do. There's a local shop actually down for just where, that's the reason why I actually moved here, is because of that local shop that sells wagon wheels. I absolutely love it. Explains there is coming out of Young Cal then, and whilst Explains comes out of Young Cal, we've only got 12 cars in this session because of the because unfortunately we lost 2 drivers, didn't we? As Codemasters couldn't drive the cars around, unfortunately, and we also lost VTOD as he went to the Armco. Let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? As Explains there is just coming around the stars up then, and we have then a Glock then, who is currently on top of the world, on top of the championship with 231 points after 11 rounds. That is absolutely incredible, isn't it? That is absolutely amazing, isn't it, for Glock there? 144 points back as Hunter in second position. He's going to be he's going to have an amazing day to stay there, isn't he? Third position, Droffa. He's moved out to third, and he's in the promotion places, Droffa is. So I'm not sure if he'll be happy or not about that. YBR, unfortunately, he was a key worker. So well, that is not unfortunate at all. So YBR is doing a good job, a good service there. But unfortunately for us, we have lost YBR in action for the foreseeable future. But he's dropped down to fourth now, and he's been a good talent so far for Silver. Good stuff indeed then. Alhan in fifth with Forza 6, Kingdom 7, Sarah's Mushroom in 8th, 00 in 9th. It Explains, the man we're just watching now, is in 10th position then. And of course, Explains moved up 2 positions. VTOD dropped down 2 positions in the Drivers' Championship. In the Constructors' Championship, we have this man's team here, Red Bull, 111 points in front then. Explains is gone fastest so far, but he slid right down there, didn't he? We got a Renault flying back, and Fran is gone into gone provisionally faster then, but then FIFA is eclipsing there, and he's on the soft tires. FIFA is then, so no mess about there from FIFA Beefy. Good stuff. And we've also got a Mercedes, a Paulie Orange, and I didn't catch him, damn it, and he's in the 8992 on the medium compound tires. Hats off there. Here comes Andre Moo is coming to the line, and Andre Moo is just started us up then, so yeah, I should have really looked into that more, shouldn't I? And Double is also on a lap as well then, so I think we got who else at the moment? Razor's on the lap then in the Ferrari, and whilst Razor is just going through, let's take a look at the constructors again then, shall we? So Red Bull's leading then, second is Haas, Toro Rosso in third position, McLaren have moved up 2 positions in fourth position, good stuff indeed then. Racing Point has dropped down a position, Mercedes has moved up a couple positions, and Renault have dropped down a couple positions as well. There's all movement, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, and McLaren, Racing Point, Mercedes and Renault. Williams is still in 8th position then, Alfa Romeo is in 9th, and Ferrari is in 10th position then. So that is the so that's the constructors as well then, as Razor is come a cropper somewhere, so unfortunately Razor is not going to be able to complete a competitive time. Same for Stringy as well. Stringy is also invalidated his time, so he might have to come back in the pits then, unfortunately. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm allergic to something, aren't I? I'm probably allergic to all this salad that I've been living next to. Here comes a Double then, and he is coming out to the Ducks build then, and he is on the lap at the moment. Then we've also got Andre, who is coming in the pits then. So no, I think he's going to start another lap. He is going to start another lap. 00 then, as we said before in the build-up show, he is absolutely he's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't he? But the problem is though, that there's a lot of DNFs for 00, hasn't he? He's had 3 DNFs in 5 starts, but when he has finished, he's been on the podium, or has really scored some major points, hasn't he? He's been on the podium, or finished 5th so far. So can 00, and he's gone fastest. So good stuff indeed then, and that underlines then my point there. So good stuff for 00 then. It makes me look somewhat impressed there, as we're just on board then with Andre, as we're just on board with Andre as he's coming into the second sector then. So just taking a look at the comments again then, shall we? As Glock is saying jam wagon wheels OP. Oh yes, yes indeed. I haven't said a jam wagon wheel in such a long. Oh my gosh. Oh. Anyway, as Andre coming down the Ducks bill, as we have also got Kyle saying that Codemasters need to sort that game out. Really do, because we have been robbed of 2 drivers trying to get through into Q2. Absolutely sickening behaviour, really, isn't it? As we've also got Glock has now joined the conversation as well. Good stuff indeed. And we've also got Twang saying don't get shit sick, Sean, or else. Oh gosh, I'm not liking the Twang threat of me there. My goodness me, I need to shape up here, don't I? I might have to go get some Cavolia. Here comes LP then as he's coming out of Magulio, and then here he is into Juncal, then the Haas driver, then accelerates the way and coming up then to the line. That LP hasn't scored a point yet. LP hasn't, but I gotta say he's been a bit unlucky, hasn't he? I think there was times where he should have got points and it just didn't come get the rub of the green. Well, he's had a good time there. He's in an 09.913 there, just in front of Space about. Alhan, his teammate, is just on the back straight as well, so we're keeping on his teammate Alhan. Alhan did have a very good Singapore Grand Prix, did he? Well, I think that he was he was just a bit on the back burner there, wasn't he, unfortunately? As we've also got Darren saying, well, with my pace, hopefully there's going to be a bronze league next year. Alhan, then I think that, to be honest, I think that goes I think that Serious Mushroom, I think that you do have some pace. I think you have some great pace, actually. You get Serious Mushroom. Let's listen to some of the stats here. He's got 38 points so far in 11 starts, and he's been very consistent, hasn't he? He's scored in almost every race apart from apart from 5 races so far, but but when you do finish, you do score some major points there. So yeah, good stuff indeed then. And I think that you have been you've been a pleasure to watch and a pleasure to see you drive and attack these guys. It's been good stuff indeed then. Alhan is coming up to the line. He is full fast mode. Alhan is in the Haas. Good stuff indeed then. Explains there is we've got Glock who's on track as well. So Glock then is slightly behind the 8 ball, so to speak, is he? Well, can you really say that Glock's ever been behind the 8 ball? Not sure. As Red Bull of his teammates just get on and out at the moment. We're just watching Stringy at the moment, as I said, making his debut tonight. Good stuff indeed then. As Tuan in the Grand Tier also wants to drive for this as a Ghost has just said Serious Mushroom just said this new Bronze League which has come out of nowhere, isn't it? Anyway, here comes Stringy then. He's coming out to the line then as well. Stringy there. Oh, look at this, he's hugging the bar as well. Of course, it's a shorter length, isn't it? Not by much, but my goodness me, that yellow flag is Glock. Has had a problem somewhere, hasn't he? As he's invalidated this time, Glock has, so he's gonna have to go around again. Razor's on the soft tires. We've also got Splades also on the medium tires as well. We got 6 minutes to go in this session. It's going to be very good indeed then. As Darren just said, the best could join the Bronze League, so unfortunately Glock is not allowed to drive in it. I love the banter, it's amazing stuff. Really good. And now as we're coming into the dive then, before we're coming up to young Carl, then here it is, and the 52.803 then as he comes up the hill, climbs up the hill for the Ferrari team. He's on the soft compound tires then, and he is now he's all alone for Razor. Can Razor get into the top 10? It would be good stuff for Razor, isn't it? He is in 7th position so far. Good stuff indeed. He's done a 9.360. Good stuff. What about we've got Glock who's we've got Explains 8 saying off. We're on board with the man who is basically rewrote the history books, hasn't he, in silver. Basically he is the bar, isn't he? He's had 6 Grand Slams in 10 races. That is pole position, fastest lap and the race win. That is unheard of, isn't it? That is incredible stuff from Glock there. He's really he's been absolutely amazing so far, Glock has. Really been impressive stuff, hasn't he? In every qualifying session he's participated in, he has been on pole position in every race he's participated in. He has won apart from one race, which is in that Monaco race where Faxland won in the Haas there. So really Glock has done he's done an alright job, hasn't he, since joining ALR. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Hello, young cow, and he comes up the hill now. You can see the fuel light is flashing then as he's almost thin on fuel there. He's as light as a feather. Glock is, he comes up to the line, and you can see they're going over the pit entry there, isn't it? In the real, as he's gone fast as out on an 837. Good stuff there from Glock then. As Razor is the next man through, but I think he might be coming in the pits and explains there. It's just on a harvesting up, and he's going to go again. Good stuff indeed then. So here we go there. So we're just going to keep an eye on the second Red Bull car as he accelerates out. I think String's on up, is he? He's 5 faster a second down. String is, and he's in navigating the second section now. 4 minutes and a half to go then. Oh, he's gone to the grass there, String has then, as he is battling that racing point, isn't he? I gotta say that race point looks a bit of a handful, doesn't it? As he comes down into Magulio there before. Oh, he's gone wide, String has. He's got to go around again. Explains us in the pits then. So we got a car before the storm, haven't we? So the cars are just getting wheeled back in then. We're on board Stringing then as well. And wonder if he's going to come back in the pits as well. Then everyone else is in the pits. And apart from a Renault, and also Glock is also out at the moment as he's just come back in then. We're on board Stringing then. So we're going to keep an eye on what Fran does then. So Fran is out at the moment then. So he's gone slightly earlier than everyone else then. So the advantage of this then is that he's cut that corner, but he's on an outlap at the moment, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Fran there just trying to test what he can do, how early he can turn in that Renault there, and just seeing about the understeer, what he can get away with as well then. I wonder if he was trying to predict the understeer, maybe because he's just changed tyres, they're going to soft tyres, and just seeing how much more grip he's got on these super sticky soft tyres then. And you can see then as he is now just getting himself ready to go, as you can see the car, he's preparing himself, look at that, look at the graphics on the right hand side then. He has turned himself up to the full beans then. He is coming out of Young Cow. Let's go up the hill then. We're on board with Fran then. This is going to be an adventure. This is going to be a roller coaster with the Renault. And let's go then. As you can see then, so as he comes over, and I think that is the correct way of taking that turn 15, isn't it? As I was starting to mention earlier on there, in the real order Formula 1, the drivers are not allowed to go over that white line, are they? Which of course it does actually makes a huge amount of difference, doesn't it? By about 500. So yeah, that just shows how incredible this sport is, isn't it? When you're trying to 500, so hundreds of thousands of a second is incredible. And last night, my goodness me, it was nip and tuck, and I'm expecting the same here tonight. Fran is 2/10 of a second up on the first sector then, and he is now coming out of a late descent as well. Oh, taking too much curb there, but he's still going strong. Then look at the understeer there, is that the car wants to drift out to the left hand side, but Fran is not allowing it, and he drops down into second gear then, tickling the throttle then. You can see down to the pine tree. I'm counting what that is in Portuguese, and now accelerating up the hill then, coming into the duck's build then. And of course Hamilton got that corner completely wrong with Albon, didn't he? Cost Albon his first podium there, didn't he? Now down into Magulio then, the dive, he has gone wide, Fran, so that is a big blow for Fran. He's going to have to go around again right when we just had one more breaking point. Oh my goodness me, what a shame there. That is a huge blow for Fran then. I'm wondering that he is coming, he's coming back in the pits and taking a late going in quite late there, so unfortunately for Fran then, he is going to come in. I wonder if he's got any more new boots available then. I don't mean footwear, I mean tyres, of course. Formula 1, this current formula is about these round black things that they really, but of course they are important because they're the 4 contact patches that the car touches, isn't it? So they must be important, mustn't they? Of course, Pirelli are supplying the Formula 1 tyres these days, hasn't it? It's been supplying them since 2011, and that feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Of course, up until that point, it was Bridgestone, wasn't it? And Bridgestone was in Formula 1 since 1997, wasn't it? And Bridgestone really made that year amazing, didn't it? Especially for the Prost team. I do speak quite fondly of 97. I really enjoyed that year. It was good. It was the first year of the tyre war, wasn't it, between Goodyear and Bridgestone, because Goodyear kind of ruled the roost in Formula 1 for quite a number of years, didn't they, until Bridgestone came along. And Bridgestone really did show some amazing stuff, which was so good that likes of Jordan and McLaren went to it, didn't they? Remember how good McLaren was in 98. Good stuff indeed then. Anyway, that's your history lesson on tyres, which no one asked for and no one probably even cares about. As now Stringy comes into the centre rest of the boat. Stringy, this is his first qualifying session in silver. He's done a good job so far then. Can he sneak himself into Q3 then? We're on board Stringy then. He's in a new environment this tonight. He's usually in the red Scarlet Ferrari. Tonight he is in the Pink Panther of the racing point then, as he is down late descent and doing a good job as well. My goodness me, you guys are absolutely chatting away, aren't you, in the comment section? I look down and there's more comments. I can struggle to keep up with you guys. Amazing stuff, man. Stringy there is into the second section now. Then it's a very twisty part of this course there, isn't it? It's up and downhill, isn't it? It's Droffer is retired from the session, and he might be perilously close to a drop zone there. We got a lot of guys in the 9s. That's an early 9 there, because it also depends about the track evolution as well. Purple in the second sector. Stringy has gone forward, 10th of second up. Where is that going to pull him? That might put him. Oh, it's in the facility. It's in the facility of Droffer there. As at the moment, Fran has done a great job. That's the 5th position. Hats off to Fran there. Brilliant qualifying. I think it's best of performance of the season so far. But he's now dropping down. Stringy is gone up, and he is in 5th position. Then we've also got Razor out there. We've also got Andre as well. We got Explains, and Explains is coming out of Magulio as well. Here he is. He's 2/10 of second up. Is that enough? Not at the moment. Then for Explains, and Explains there could be a big scalp. It might be facing the perilous black hole here. Then here he comes out. Then he is coming out to the line now. Then hugging the pit lane. Let's see what it is. Look at the top left and right hand side. He is 4th. I don't know what I'm talking about. Good stuff. LP is finished. Here comes Andre. Andre's out qualifying. Oh my goodness me. Razor's in qualifying. What an end to qualifying. Fantastic stuff. Andre is out qualifying. That is huge. Huge news here. Andre is usually a man who's battling the top end of the qualifying session, but today he is going to be taking the walk of shame in Q2. Wow, that is an incredible end to Q2. We have lost Andre and Alp both out of qualifying 2 then, and we're going into qualifying 3 in just a few moments. As just check it on the chat, and they were talking about ages now. Then so it's we'll leave that where it is, to be honest, because I'm quite ashamed of my age of being 3 decades old. And so I'm feeling old at the moment. I've got to say, I've even got crow's eyes around my eyes. Crow's eyes, haven't I? It's the lines all around my eyes at the moment. Is work's been very stressful. Anyway, enough about the real life, because this is more important than any of that. Let's take a look and see then who is going through in the Q3 and what tires is everyone going on. Razor, Fran, and FIFA all on the soft tires. And hats off to Fran and Razor for getting through. Brilliant 17. And FIFA has come back with a bang as well on the soft tires. Absolutely fantastic stuff from those guys. Brilliant. I love it. So we're now going into Q3 then, and here we go then. We're about to get ready for qualifying 3 then. I am looking very good then. I'm looking very good. I'm looking forward to this qualifying session. It's going to be absolutely fantastic stuff. It really is then. We're into qualifying 3 then, and here we go then. This is where everyone's going to be on the fastest. This is going to be where they're going to be the fastest of the whole weekend. Then who has got what? Can anyone stop Glock? Glock has got monopoly on that pole position, hasn't he? It seems it's going to be absolutely a superhuman effort to knock Glock off his perch. But can anyone do so? That's the question then. So we've got 12 minutes in this Q3 session, and you can see then it's all quiet in the pit lane at the moment, as the drivers are getting themselves psyched up and ready to go. So at the moment then they are just and what we got a Ferrari getting ready, we got a Mercedes getting ready. They seem to like to go out on the track at the same time, don't they? And here comes Porty Orange accelerating out, and away it goes. Lovely onboard shot. Then you can see the P on the steering wheel means pit lane, as he is just on the pit limiter, isn't he? And he's about to get ready to go then, as we are on the we are going then for Q3 then. As we've just got Granty's gone Glock for pole position. Twan has said your glass is still half full. What a shocker of a prediction there from Twan as well. So of course these guys said, I feel like the guys are thinking the Glock's going to get pole position, but remember, he has still got to get the performance in. He's still got to get the lap in. That pole position is not his by right. He has got to earn it. And my goodness me, then there's going to be there's going to be not enough drivers that want wants to take that accolade away from Glock having a 100% record in qualifying. Remember, the only time that Glock hasn't been on pole position was actually in the Australian Grand Prix, where I think Hunter took pole position, didn't he? If my memory serves me correctly. Yes, it does. My goodness me, then. I'm proud of that. Here comes Paulie Orange, and he powers up the hill. We got a Red Bull quite close to him, actually. I think that's actually explains then. So explains. I wonder if he's going to get a bit of dirty out. He will have enough there in terms of in terms of the slipstream. So he comes down to the center S, and you can see the braking quite nicely there. He has got no errors at the moment. Now he's got errors, so that's an interesting tactic there. I'm wondering then if that was a mistake, or perhaps it was perhaps an ingenious move there from Paulie Orange. Said. He's done a 16.806 in the first sector. Good stuff there from Paulie Orange there. He's got a bit wide then, so we're just keeping an eye on the background there. It explains in the background. I think he's too close then. As Ford has just said, sucks cars crashed and now I might have to Q1, but lovely to see Fran in Q3. It's absolutely fantastic to see Fran in Q3, as Paulie Orange there was doing a Matrix style there, wasn't he? And he was going the complete wrong way, I thought. So hats off. Yeah, I agree with Ford. That's absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it, to see... Oh, sorry, oh my gosh, I clipped my knee. As I'm getting too excited here. I need to stay still when I'm commentating, because comes up to the line then, as we got a bit of lag going on here, haven't we? But it doesn't matter about that, because Paulie Orange is on pole position so far, but explains a second then as they come flying through. Al Haddock's in third then in the house, and here comes Glock. Glock is up to the line, and Glock is on pole position at 8 flat there. Fantastic stuff there from Glock. Here comes Razor coming up to the line. He hasn't hugged, and he hasn't hugged the pit lane, I bet. He might want to hug as well. Dropper is in fourth position at the moment. What about Renault? What about Fran? He's the first time in Q3. He's done a fantastic job. Is he going to... Oh, he's in sixth position. Fantastic stuff from the Renault driver. Hats off. String is evaluating his time. What about Double Zero then? He is following his teammate, and Double Zero now using all the track, and then some. Here he comes out to the line, and let's see what he can do. And Double Zero goes in the third fastest mode. Brilliant 17 then. And we now got FIFA Beefy making a return after a couple of races absent, 3 races absent. He is back in the mix. He's in 7th position, and fantastic stuff there from FIFA Beefy then. Stringy is in the pits, and after having a bit of a difficult first lap then, Glock is on pole position, but only by 0.2 of a second there from Paulie Orange. A long time then, as we got a bit of jazz hands going on this qualifying session, as they're all jumping around, as that song is then. And breathe. As trying to say chat messages, guys. 130 something. As I think it was 152 we had last time, wasn't it? It was absolutely incredible stuff. I love some chatter boxes. As I'm definitely one of them. So Glock in the pits moment. That is his 11th pole position as it stands. But he's not out of it yet. Not by a long shot, because currently Paulie Orange and Double Zero is... FIFA is still on track at the moment, but I think FIFA will be coming in the pits as well. As we got rain. Look at that. Then there's a sprinkle of rain then. As oh my goodness, Stringy's gonna have to come out of the pits very quickly, and he is out of the pits, and he's on it like Sonic. He's on it like a car bonnet then, as we go down into late descent, and Stringy's gonna have to get himself going fairly quickly then, isn't he? And look at this then. So this is very much not in the game plan. I wonder if anyone actually was concerned about the weather forecast. My goodness me, I wasn't, because look at it. There was a bit of overcast there, but I didn't forget those clouds was threatening. Oh my goodness me, it's threatening Stringy's participation in Q3, isn't it? I think I'm a little disappointed by the rain, because that might have robbed us of an absolutely incredible Q3 here in Silver, and that is a shame then, because how close is that? Glock is in the 8, whilst Paulie Orange is in at 8-2. I think he was definitely in the ballpark, wasn't it? So that is such a shame then, as Glock has just said that was used tires as well, but as Razor is retired from the session then, as all the guys are coming out for another lap then. Here we go then. So Stringy is coming to the line as well. Let's go on Bora Street then in the racing point then. So this is going to have to be an amazing lap, isn't it? Remember Charles Leclerc's lap in 2018 on a wet track, where he somehow made it through into Q3. It was a superhuman effort, wasn't it? Can Stringy have a superhuman effort and get into the 9s, or maybe even the 8s? And if he gets into the 8s, he'll be in front. FIFA's retired from the session now, and he thinks it's done and dusted, unfortunately. Stringy there. Look at the understeer there coming out of late descent then. Anybody still on sweat, and there's a yellow flag fluttering in front of us. I think it's for one of the Renault cars. It was for Fran. Here comes Stringy then. and he's coming to turns down. And of course, Hamilton a big old smash there in 2017. Oh, Striggy's off. He's trying to correct the car. He hasn't. He has gone right off there, and unfortunately, that might be it then for Stringy. It is it for Stringy, I feel, and he'll be 10th on his debut here in silver. Paulie Orange then is still going for it as well, isn't he? We're on board with Paulie Orange, and he has he's abandoned it already, unfortunately. So that is a shame then, and well, that is a big shame there, isn't it, for Paulie Orange? And I think that's a really disappointing end to qualifying. I was enjoying that qualifying session, I really was. There was only 0.2 of a second away, wasn't it? But I think Glock has got his 11th pole position then in 11 qualifying performances. That fantastic stuff from Glock. Really well done indeed then from the championship leader. Incredible stuff, isn't it? We got a car there who's just off there to the right hand side. That's the Mercedes head. Explains is carrying on, but I don't think he's going to be carrying on for much longer, is it? I think it's too wet now, isn't it? What a shame then for that. What a shame for this qualifying session. I'm a little disappointed with that, really, as as a Glock did just actually say, he did say rain was coming then, so yeah, that's such a shame, isn't it? It really is. But we had a one and done lap there, unfortunately, but we'll be on to the race in the not too distant future then. I wonder, of course, I think I did see that there was meant to be a dry race, but I'm wondering if there might be a sprinkle of rain in the air then. DR spin the sail. My goodness me, DR spin the sail very early on, hasn't it? As I didn't expect it to be that much heavy rain here, but blimey, it is heavy rain, as I also made a reference to the PS4 game as well. I've got to say, I'm going to try and play that actually. So apparently it's really good. So yeah, of course there's a little plug for anyone who wants to, if anyone's bored with this self-isolation and wants to play a game. I think Heavy Rain's on PlayStation Plus at the moment, isn't it? Or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know, because I struggle to know the ins and outs about PlayStation, even though I'm on it literally every other day. So at the end of that qualifying session, unfortunately, Andre is left the session. That's not good at all. Andre needs to get himself back in the session fairly soon then, because we're about to start racing in less than 3 minutes time then. Well, less than 5 minutes time, I should say. So Andre needs to get back in. Carl Oliver has left the session as well. As oh dear, I'm hoping, and Striggy's retired from the session there. Oh my goodness me, then this is not good at all, is it? As I hope, I'm just having a look to see if I've been told anything. I probably have, and I'm just really rubbish at reading my phone, to be honest. I don't think I've been told anything. No. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, anyway, so we're about to, anyway, yeah, so you can see the rain is getting very heavy now as well. We've got 2 3/4 minutes to go in this session then, and yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of, as everyone is retiring now, they are retiring, and we'll be getting back there in just a few moments. As Twanish just said, he's got a stroke there. Oh, that's nice. I need a stroke as well, to be honest. Yeah. I sound like a cat, don't I? No, I do love it. I love it when someone strokes my hair. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get back on the racing, shall we then? And there is our top 10. Glock is on pole position for the 11th time then, in 11 qualifying attempts, and fantastic stuff for Glock then. This man is just cannot be moved from that first position, can he? Fantastic stuff. Paulie Orange second with double third. Explains in fourth. Droffer fifth. Alahan sixth. FIFA 7th. Fran 8th. 9th position is Stringy, and 10th position is Cod Oliver. Fantastic stuff indeed then. So now then, we are just going into the race, well as Twan has just purred at me. That is all my dreams come true. Anyway, let's go into the race then, shall we? Yeah, so there's going to be 36 laps around here. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic, it's going to be a fantastic race. I love, this track has got so much history, hasn't it? So much history and so much amazing races, isn't it? I mean, I can just list them off right here, right now, really, can I? 2012 and that championship showdown between those two guys, yeah, Alonso and Vettel. That was an incredible race, wasn't it? 2008 there, I think was my favourite race, but that was mainly because of course Hamilton won the championship there in dramatic circumstances. What a brilliant race, wasn't it? Of course, 2006 Schumacher's that final race for Schumacher in his Ferrari, that was a brilliant race as well. And 2003, who could forget the 2003 race? Giancarlo Fisichella's first win, and first win for the Italian, the last win for the Irish team of Jordan, unfortunately. 2001 as well. It's a fantastic race, wasn't it? Of course, I think that's my favourite race that Coulthard's ever won. It was a brilliant race as well. Of course, he beat Schumacher, the Rainmaster, in the wet there. So that was the reason why I love that race. It was fantastic as well. Of course, also I like 96 as well. As it bucketed down with rain right at the beginning, did it? David Hill really showed some amazing driving that day, didn't he? And you can't. I think David Hill sometimes is a bit of an underrated champion there, but I think some of the times he was absolutely stupendously good, wasn't he? And I think the 96 Brazilian Grand Prix just showed it, didn't he? Anyway, enough about yesteryear. Let's talk about today, shall we? 36 laps around the Brazilian Grand Prix then, and we got 20 cars then about to get racing around here as a Ghost is saying, I think you're going to get a kick from my helmet in this race. I can't wait to look at Ghost's helmet as Twan there is still Twan is still talking all kinds of nonsense in that comic section as well. I'd like to hear your opinions on the race, and I'll also like to hear your thoughts then, and who do you think is going to have a good race? Who's going to win this race? Who's going to get on the podium? That's what I want you all to enlighten me on here tonight. It is going to be good stuff then. On pole position then is Glock. Poorly orange alongside him on row 1. Then we got 00 and Explains third and fourth. Droffa in fifth. He's third in the championship at the moment. Sixth position is Alhan. FIFA Beefy seventh with Fran in eighth. Razor ninth. Stringy in 10th position then. LP is in 12th position. We've not got a car missing, haven't we? It's Andre! Andre's gone! Oh yes, he was gone in qualifying, wasn't he? Hunter in 13th position. Forza in 14th. V Todd in 15th. 16th Kingzone. 17th Serious Mushroom, Flea in 18th, 19th is Carl Oliver, and at 20th is Ghost there, and that's a helmet there. And I love it. Ghost there, he's got the center-esque helmet. Of course, remember Ayrton had this helmet last night, and tonight Ghost has got it. So that is an absolutely beautiful tribute, isn't it, to the Brazilian heritage around here. Of course, Ayrton Senna won this race famously in '91 when he was stuck in. He was stuck in a gear, wasn't it? I think it was fifth gear or something like that. It was a superhuman effort from Ayrton, wasn't it? But then, of course, remember, it's manual gear shifting as well. So hats off to Ghost helmet there. I love it. As Glock saying good luck. Very good sportsman, Glock. It really is. Right then, 36 laps around here. Then look at this. The grid is unique around here. Half the grid is pointing upwards. Half the grid is pointing downwards. We got 5 sets of lights. Come on. When we go, when we race in Brazil, the lights are off. We're just waiting for it. It's a nosy. It's just about to push the button. Carl Oliver's on a fantastic start as he flies up. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Oh my goodness me. Glock is gone. Then we'll ignore Glock. We'll ignore Carl Oliver for now. We go a yellow flag. We got an anti-stall here. I don't think we're going yet, are we? Carl Oliver is the only one that's gone then, as we're waiting for the lights. The lights have gone out, but there is the... Carl Oliver is... I'm not sure what's happening. Carl Oliver's got a 5-place grid penalty for gaining an advantage, as the cars are still on the line to me. Have I been left behind? Have I been left behind, everyone? Oh my goodness me. As the clock is saying that Carl Oliver needs to leave, as he's having a fantastic start to this race then, as we're just waiting to get going. And Carl Oliver is flown away in this race as we're on board the pole position. Then the cars, this is not good for the cars, and they're just going to be like ovens now, aren't they? As of course it's very hot around Brazil as well. But you see, there's a bit of a beautiful breeze, isn't there, with the flags they're fluttering in the background then, as this is a bit of an anticlimactic start. As Carl Oliver is flying then, he has left the session. Carl Oliver has. We're just waiting to get going now. It's you can see I think the revs are building now. We're waiting, and here we go. Then that was a good start then for Glock. Then Paulie Orange alongside Glock. Paulie Orange takes the lead. I think Brazilian Grand Prix. He's got that one. And then Paulie Orange has gone on the inside. Then now Glock leads. Second position is Paulie Orange. 00 is in third position as they come around turn 3. As Carl Oliver set a fast operation, had a fantastic start. Says look at them all. They're coming down into lake descent now. Glock leads. Second position is Paulie Orange. 00 in third position as they come round. Then have they all been behaving? They all behaving. I think as they come round turn 5 then, and they come on the hill. Then very now this circuit. That's a good bit. That's what it's about, the old school circuit, isn't it? As they've got then coming around, then we've got Stringy who's dropping down the order. He's on the outside, isn't he? As he's trying to battle his way back through, isn't he? We've also got Forza dropping down the order as well. Forza's gone right on the outside there. Oh goodness me! Swoop back in there. Stringy's almost got off the track. I'm not sure we had a bump or what, but they also got the two Williamsons there as well. VTOL is dropped down to the back. Oh, goodness me, then, as Striggy and VTOL then almost come together then. And Carl Oliver is on a fantastic start to this race, isn't he? He's got a 59-second lead so far, but here's Glock in second position at the moment. Well, he is second, isn't he, on the tower, but he's not second in the race itself. And Glock leads in second position is Poorly Orange and 00 in third position then. As into the pits then comes Razor, so Razor has got damage. And apart from that, I think they were all through safely then. Carl Voice just apologised in the comments, said don't worry about it, Carl. Of course, look at Glock, he was going defensive. Remember, he went very defensive last week, didn't he, in the Singapore Grand Prix, didn't he? Of course, he was trying to break the slipstream, trying to break the turtle, wasn't he? But goodness me, then, as you can see, then, as they come up then into turn 7 as well, then Portly Orange is just keeping tabs at the moment, isn't they? So I'm just taking a look down the, oh, goodness gracious me, then, and we got Hunter. Hunter's on the hard tires. So I didn't even talk about the hard tires. Oh, my goodness me, then, as we're on board, then, is Carl Oliver, then, has got a 55-second lead at the moment. So I think that's the best start of the year from Carl Oliver. Hats off to you, my good man. A very good start indeed there for Carl Oliver. He came off the incredibly quick. I think that's the best start in ALR history, isn't it? Sorry, it's all the Coca-Cola consumption started to catch up on me as they come out of it. Young Cow as well then, and King's Home there is just keeping tabs a moment, but oh, Ghost there. Oh, that's a car off the track. That's serious motion there. And oh, he's come back on the track then, and yeah, he was kind of on his way to Narnia there. Oh, goodness me, look at this. Glock is being hunted down. He's being hounded by the Mercedes, isn't he? As we're on lap 3, brilliant stuff, Benedict. And Glock once again feeling the need to go defensive, isn't he? DRs is available at the end of this lap, and look at this, 00 is also in the frame as well. I'm not sure if Carl Oliver is going to come back in or not at the moment, but oh my goodness me, look at them, they're all over the back of Glock at the moment. Good stuff indeed. Then we've also got a 1.5 second gap then back to explain that. Alhan in 6th position, we got FIFA Beefy in 7th position, Droffer's 8th, and then we've got a 8/10 of a second gap then to LP. He's gone up to 1 second all of a sudden there. Hunter is on the hard tires then, so Hunter's now starting to get grip, and isn't he? And oh, goodness gracious me, look at this, and they're all over the back of Glock. Glock is under severe pressure at this stage of the race then. This is going to get very tense indeed then, as we're just on board then, as Grant has just asked for me to change the graphic then. No, I think I should then, before I do though, Ghost up 6 positions, fantastic stuff. Radars down 10 positions, and let's go back to the tires then, shall we? As you can see there, they're all medium compact tires right then. We're coming through the complete lap 4 then. 00 set the fast lap of the race at the moment then. As they're all on medium tires, when FIFA Beefy is on the soft tires for Fran as well. Hard tires for Hunter. I've also got hard tires for Razor as well. 00's got a 3-second penalty then, and once again Glock is hugging the inside there, isn't he? He's trying to break the slipstream, isn't he, off these guys then, or trying to get a more acute angle so that as Alhan is dropping. Oh, Alhan is through, passes it, explains, and moves up into 4th position, or 5th position now. No, it is 4th position, isn't it? I don't bit off my bearings about Carl Oliver. Still leads by 3/4 of a minute so far. Fantastic stuff from Carl Oliver. But explains there is currently in 6th position. In 6th position at the moment. These, oh goodness me, we got a very good battle here, haven't we? Oh, between King's Home and Ghost then, as a Ghost are riding the curb slightly then. Flea is also involved in that battle as well. Where's Fran at the moment? Fran is in 10th position. He's still in some points. Fran is good stuff indeed then. Glock is 8/10 of a second in front, and I thought he was having a Lone Star Ghosters, but not currently at the moment then, as they come down the hill then. We have got this Carl Oliver needs an invite, so hopefully we'll get an invite soon. But of course unfortunately the guys that knows they can't get an invite. I don't think we can have an invite because we're both spectators. Oh goodness me, look at this, and Ghost is pushing him up there. He's pushing there. We got the throws in the pits then already. Where is King's Home? King's Home is on the right hand side then, as they come into turn 1 into the centre, and that's also a Ferrari on the outside as well, but it's Striggy. Where is he? Flea is on the inside, and Flea is defending that position nice as well, but Striggy there is going to have the DRS as well. Forge is in the pits, and he's changing to the medium compact tires, and oh my goodness me, look in front, and where's Ghost, and he's on the inside. Lovely shot for the rear wing there. That's beautiful stuff, isn't it? Oh, that's a McLaren right off in the background there, as that's VTOL, and he's actually gone to the gravel there, so that's quite a good effort there from Vitor. Unfortunately, he's down in 16th position, and we got Forza still coming on the pits, and yellow flag into Hunter. Hunter's off the track then, and he is taking a detour. He's going on the cross country there, and Hunter has been. I wonder if he got shoved out there, but Hunter is dropping down then, and it's there. It's getting very fraught. It's getting very fraught in the midfield, isn't it? But this is kind of standard racing in silver, isn't it? In terms of it's so close to midfield, isn't it? It's absolutely in good stuff indeed. That Carl Oliver just commenting there. He's saying he feels a bit. He just feels a bit. Don't worry about that, Carl Oliver. It's all good. It's all good. Then of course we've all had problems like this. Remember, I'm meant to be the streamer and the commentator, and I seem to leave the session quite a lot. Or I was commentating on the guys just sat on the grid there as well. So don't ever feel like the idiot on the biggest village clown in the whole of ALR. As we're coming down then into late descent once again. Alhan is in 5th position at the moment, and as it stands, we got Explains in 6th, FIFA in 7th. Oh, look at Droffer there, flying through the screen. This is fantastic stuff, as they're coming up to turn 7 as well. And remember, there's such a mixture of tyres here at the moment, isn't it? That's why I grant you want to look at the tyres, because everyone is on different tyres, and they Razor's on the hard tyres, so is Hunter. Everyone else is on the medium or soft tyres, back on board with Droffer as well. It is so nip and tuck in the midfield. I'm loving this, but it's so nip and tuck up front. Poorly Orange is only 8/10 of a second away from Glock then. 00 is dropping back slightly as well. Next, FIFA is so close to the back, and look at this. I love that shot. Unfortunately, we didn't get it too. We didn't have that too much there in the end there, because I love the overhead shot there. Now coming up the hill there as well. Explains there is in DRS at the moment. FIFA Beefy is in the DRS at the moment. But oh goodness me, Droffer there. He's in the championship at the moment. Isn't he? He is going to have to again make straight for the field. Remember, Hunter, who is currently in second position championship, is not in the points as it stands about. He's going for the long game. Remember, Matt had the long game last night on the hard tires. Oh, Striggy is on the inside, but Kingzo is back on the inside, and he is back through. And FIFA Beefy is oh, lovely shot here, but FIFA Beefy there I think ran out of road. Oh, lovely shot here from Fran as well. And look, there's Ghost is up to 11th position. Incredible stuff here. Kingzo with Balor with Striggy, and look at this, they're so close. Hunter is also Balor with Flea. Look at them as they fly through the turn 6. Oh my goodness! Oh, contact! That's a smasher. That was Hunter. I think, and I think that we've also got, oh gosh, and I got frightened now because I think I heard an alarm. Anyway, his King Zone there is, oh, he got a virtual safety car, and all car. So then we've got a virtual safety car in this race. It's absolutely fantastic start to this race, isn't it? 8 laps then we have done in this event so far. It's been an absolutely incredible start to this race. It's been amazing. Oh, but as for Flea, Flea has got rid of all the has gone completely wrong with all the wing now, hasn't he? As he is now come back to the pits and virtual safety car at the moment. As we just got just on a bit of car now at the moment. I'm not sure what happened with Flea then. As we see in the background there, as they came to blows out, didn't they? Hunter's in the pits, and we got a 3-second penalty. I wonder if Hunter's coming in then. Is this a change of strategy, or has he got damage into his car? As teammates coming out. Remember, when you're in the pits and under a virtual safety car, you will not lose as much time then. So he's in the pits and he's gone on to the medium compound tire, the McLaren is, and now he's back out. DRS is enabled. We're back race again. Fleet's in the pits as well, and so is Razor. Razor's done a very good job actually. Carl Oliver still leads this race. Incredible stuff there from Carl Oliver. Unfortunately though, Carl Oliver has been disconnected earlier on this race, but which is a shame really, as we're just on board then with FIFA at the moment, as he is having a good old battle in the midfield. Then Hunter's still coming in the pits, and Razor's got a 3-second penalty as well. We're back on board with FIFA at the moment then, as Droffer is a 3/10 of a second away, 4/10 of a second away at the moment. This is going to be a good old race there, isn't it? Now they're coming down the Magulio as well before coming up to the young Carl, and let's see what this is oh goodness me, this is going to be frightfully good, isn't it? Oh, yellow flag because Razor's gone then, and that is a shame now for Razor, as we're on board Carl Oliver because we just haven't looked to see the scene of the accident. And where is it? Oh gosh, that is a big smash there for Razor. He's out of the race. What a shame there. What a shame indeed then. Who is out of the race? Oh, that's a Poorly Orange has gone off the track then. Poorly Orange has gone off the track in turn 3. That's not good at all there for That's not good at all there for the money. Wilson second position. He's dropped down to third now, isn't he? As he comes down into Lake Descent again. There's a Ghost Recon. It's all at the back. Ghost Recon has had an incredible start to this race, hasn't he? He has been electric in this race. He's up the inside into Lake Descent. He passes Fran. He's moved in front of Fran. And he is now up into 10th position. He's in the points then. Ghost is fantastic stuff there. Fran is dropped down to 11th position as well. But it's all about the long game as well, as Kingdom and Stringy are still in the same facility as well. So we've got a lot of jolting around at the moment. But bear with us, folks, there, as it's probably because the PlayStation's probably over inundated, isn't it, with the amount of guys that are probably racing these days, isn't it? Where we've all been locked in, haven't they? As instead of locked out, we're all locked in all of a sudden, isn't it? So a complete change of the how the social how it works these days, isn't it? As you can see, as we're coming through then turn 14, and you can see it's a lovely little kink there, isn't it? Back on board and 189 comments, incredible stuff. And it's the 191, I should say. Then as explains there is gaining on Alhan as well, but Alhan there is just about got enough. And look, Poorly Orange is off again in the foreground. Poorly Orange found a problem there in the Mercedes there. I wonder what's going on with Poorly Orange there. That's it, turn 3 the second time then. And the man who was in second position, he's got problems. I wonder if he's got problems on the tyres. Explains is on the outside of Alhan. He is through and up into 4th position there. Alhan has dropped down to 5th then, and Alhan has dropped down to 5th then with FIFA in 6th position. We've got Droffer in 7th position as well. This is a great old scrap at the moment there in the midfield then. And hopefully it'll calm down a bit now, because we're on lap 10 out of 36. It's been an incredible start to this for this Brazilian Grand Prix then. As we have got we've got Emerson saying the same thing happened to me last night, boys. Wasn't even my connection there. Yeah, I think it's just Code Masters. Unfortunately, we've heard a lot of rumours about it. As we've also got Try and get a bit very political as well. Radar unfortunately is out of the session, out of the race there. And we've also got Granty saying that medium runner till lap 23 ish. We've also got top runner has a penalty. So it's, oh, look at this, and Droffer is very close to the back of FIFA B. FIFA B was having a great race on his return, isn't he, in the Alfa Romeo? But Droffer's gone to the inside. Oh, but he's gone wide. The man who's third in the championship has gone wide. He might even lose same 7th position here. He has lost 6th position then, and now then Poorly Orange is back up to Droffer. Has lost more than he gained there. Oh goodness me then. I wonder that might come back to haunt him later on. Alhan is all over the back of Explains. This is an incredible battle, isn't it? Up and down the field. Only remember retirement so far. Stringy in front of Ballon away. Lovely shot from Stringy's rear. Absolutely love that. Oh, he's got one on the curb then, and Fran has gone from the inside. Oh no! And somehow that was incredible car control from Stringy. Incredible car control from Fran. Unfortunately, Fran has damaged the end plate of that Renault, and I thought they was going into the scene of the accident. That would have been an almighty shunt as well. So good stuff there from both drivers there. Well done, keeping out the wall. Hats off. If I wore a hat, I'll be tipping my cap too. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Explains there is once again then under immense pressure, isn't he? Of course, and he's got this track is incredible for overtaking, isn't it? It's absolutely perfect, isn't it? If you got a fast car, isn't it? As we come across the line as well, Colin Oliver is almost on the verge. He's down 12 laps of the lead. Colin Oliver, fantastic stuff. Unfortunately, he's going to have to relinquish that lead now, isn't he? On those soft tires, and so I've wondered is that Quing? So as Vitor was so skating down the barrier. So was Fran as well. They've had a big old shunt there, and oh goodness me. They're on board. Oh, that's a smash and a half. He got a safety car. Fran's car is in the pit wall. Vitor's in the pit wall as well. We got a safety car here. We got a safety car in this race then. And who is going to take advantage? It's Hunter who took advantage of the virtual safety car. He is in the pit then. Forza is staying out. We've also got Flea in the pit as well. So I'm wondering if them two just locked horns, came together there. That is a huge shame, isn't it, for Fran, who had his best qualifying performance here. Vitor has probably had one of his worst qualifying performances of the year, and they have come to blows then. What a shame indeed then, as oh my goodness me then, as we're on board then with Glock, who is leading the race at the moment. It's going to come in the pits then. Grant said he would come in the pits around 23ish, he thinks, for the medium compound runners. This is slightly too early, isn't it? Well, I say slightly, it's 11 laps too early, isn't it? Is that going to be, no, it isn't. Glock is in the pits, and the race leader is in the pits then. You can see he's slowing down to 80 kilometers an hour then, as he is now then. What tires is he going to go on to? He's going to go into our tires. Flea, it's got a penalty for speeding under the safety car. Our tires go on Vitor's left session, unfortunately then, so It's such a shame, isn't it? Really, it's I think it must have got a bit too fraught there. We unfortunately missed it there, so he can't really. It's interesting stuff there. Oh no, he is on the hard tires. I thought he was going on the medium tires there. As Carl Oliver has actually dropped down the order there in the Alfa Romeo there. We've also got Droffit, and they're all going on the hard tires. And so last night, remember, we didn't have a safety car, did we? And oh my goodness me, that was a close call, wasn't it? Look at them all; they're all in the pits here. Hunter's got a 3-second penalty there for cutting the corner, and Serious Mushroom is in 12th for this day. He hasn't come in the pits, and his teammate Ghosted is had a fantastic start to this race, and he really has it. Coming out of the pit lanes, FIFA's racing with Serious Mushroom. Then this pit lane is very difficult to navigate. You've got to be careful here. Streaky coming out as well, kicking zone, and we've also got Force in the pits as well. Where's Hunter? Hunter that is coming out of the pit. Well, he's already out of the pits. I apologise for these in the pits. So is Forza. So I'm wondering why Forza. That's the soft tires for Forza in the Renault there. So he's gone to the soft compound tires. Kingdom was just coming out of the pits as well. Fleet's also Fleet didn't come in the pit here. He's on the hard tires. And so yeah, remember last night we had an absolutely we didn't have no safety cars. So now the strategy is completely changed. Remember, we went from medium to soft tires. That was the race winning strategy, wasn't it? Tonight then it has now gone from medium to hard tires then, and we're going to see how this shapes up the race then. As explained, has got boycott Oliver. I hope we don't get a penalty for that. Yeah, he's just had to let him back through. But talking of explained, he's on the soft tires now, isn't he? As he is trying to. So I think hopefully this Oliver car doesn't cause any mischief. We have also got everyone else on the hard tires, and Forza's on the soft tires as well, as Hunter is on the medium compound tires, and Serious Mushroom didn't come in the pits then, and he is on the medium tires, and he's done 12 laps on those medium tires as well. So this is the safety car out then, as we had a bigger smash between Fran and Vital. We also had Razor go off in the exit of turn 6 as well. So yeah, it looks like they came together on the pit straight there between Fran and Vital. We're not going to call that one yet. I'm wondering if we got a bit too frantic there possibly. So then this is a bit of a lull in the race then, so I think we're just waiting for the cars to catch up behind. I don't think the safety cars going to be out for long, because they're still relatively bunched together at the moment, aren't they? And it's going to be interesting to see then. I wonder if Explains if Explains get by 00 quite quickly. I wonder how much he's going to cause Glock an issue in this race. Remember, Glock had an amazing battle with Beerus last night, didn't he? Cod Oliver is dropping down the order slightly, so I'm hoping that Cod Oliver's car, I'm hoping that Cod Oliver's car might drop to the back. Nothing against Cod Oliver, of course. If he's in that car, I'll be loving the fact that he's battling away in fourth position. Unfortunately, he's not, and it's just his ghost, unfortunately, and as he had issue in the first session there, didn't he? And he was flying off, isn't he? He had an amazing start. He was leading the race for majority of the race up until lap 12. But unfortunately, then, as you can see, then lovely shots here around Brazil. I do love the TV camera, and it's absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Then, and they're still battling. They're still chat away. Emirates, Granty, and Twadar. We've also got Kyle is gone for Apex Heroes. I think they're talking about games now, are they? This is incredible stuff indeed. Then, as of course, as Granty saying that's a mad has had a mad call. Right call staying out. Won't be long for the soft tires. And yeah, so Granty there is. Is the safety car coming in? I think it might be. I've been looking at the comments there. My goodness me, I've forgotten how short this lap is. Is it coming out to you and Calvin? Glock is controlling the pace. We are going to get racing now then. We're just waiting for it. When is Glock going to drop the hammer? Where is he going to drop the hammer? He is going. He is gone. We're back racing here in Sao Paulo. And here we go then. This is going to be fast and furious stuff. That is the soft tires that is going to be fairly quick there as we come down. And as explains there, it's gone to the grass slightly. He's gone very wide then. And he's gone too wide. He's on the grass then. Is he close enough? No, there's contact in the there's contact there. So there's a car off the track. That's one of the Williamses. Ghosted, who's having such a great start, and Flea has also damaged the car as well. Oh my goodness me, look at them all, they're clambering to get by, coming down into lane descent, and as I'm stringing his bars rather through the field. Contact! As Forza did a very good job there not to crash there as they come out of and look at this. Oh goodness me, that is a Forza is battling away in front of it. We've also got we got all kinds of oh goodness me, that's a Williams having a good old lunge there, isn't it? Of a Serious Mushroom there. Grant, he is loving Serious Mushroom's strategical call there. It's good stuff indeed then. As you see, there's a bit of shenanigans going on as we exit the pit lane. As Fran is left for session there, unfortunately, and Such a shame that Frank had a great qualifying session here. It was fantastic qualifying. Unfortunately, he is not in terms of the points there. He is not going to be. He is unfortunately not going to be able to show what he what his good work has done here tonight. That's unfortunate. Explains a run out of road there, isn't he? And he's unfortunately that straight was just not long enough. Was it lap 16 out of 36? We're in even a half distance here, aren't we? My goodness me, I'm shedding bucket loads then. I am absolutely sweating again then here. And why? I'm always sweating here, isn't it? I don't need a gym. People might debate that. Oh, as they're coming down late, as they're coming down the back straight once again. Then Force is on the inside, Sarah Mushrooms on the outside. Sarah Mushrooms got the longer game, while Force is up the inside. He passes Sarah Mushroom in 12th position then, and Hunter's also decided to get keen as well in this battle as well as they come up the hill once again. Then in turn 7, it's been an incredible battle so far. As LP is eating this train of cars, and there's a 2-second gap now as LP is now starting to become the cork in the bottle, so to speak, isn't he? And look at this this is an incredible shot here. Oh, and Hunter has had a brilliant exit out there, so you can see, and he's down on the outside into the turn where Hamilton punted Albon off, didn't he? So Hamilton was a bit of a villain that day, wasn't he? Coming down into Yunkao now, coming down into Magulio before into Lake Descent then. No, then Lake Descent. Oh, don't worry, I'm the arch been enabled then is out Yunkao, I should say then. And again, he's run out of room forward, so he's actually got by LP as they come out the hill then. So good stuff from forward. LP is in the pits then, so LP is coming in the pits then, unfortunately. Oh goodness me, look at this then. As it's starting to get very fraught, isn't it? Explains how he's gaining. Oh, he's gaining. He's more than gaining. He is going on the inside. As I had a bad camera angle there, and he is through, and he takes second position. Now has he got the pace there to get after? Oh goodness. Oh, that's Strio's gone way off. He's going into the lake. As Paulie Orange is just calling up and under, and he is in 7th position then. As Stringy dropping down to 8th, and he went a bit too wide there, didn't he? Hunter's all over the back of Cirrus Mushroom now again as they do resuming their battle in 11th and 12th position there as LP is coming to the pits. He's still in the pit spot, it looks. LP is. That's how long the pit is, isn't it? It's incredibly long down here as well. As you can see, then we're just Twan there saying go from 0 to 0 there. I think that's just in the go. Hunter is spun it there, and Sarah's rushing there is on its way down. I was looking at the comments again then, so apologies guys. I'm not even sure if that was a fault or if that was Hunter there just overstepping the limit. As now we're on board and Paulie Orange, he's coming up behind FIFA VP. He is alongside FIFA VP, and now he's going to be through FIFA VP. He is past FIFA VP. He moves up into 6th position, passes the Alfa Romeo, and away he goes then. And next on a FIFA VP's defensive list is actually Stringy. We're on board Stringy now. Then Stringy, of course, went a bit wide earlier on last lap, wasn't it? And he dropped behind Paulie Orange, and now his FIFA VP is in his side as well. Explains doesn't actually caught it to the back of Glock yet. I'll say he is more defending 0-0 there. So Grant is exactly right there, isn't he? 5 laps on the soft tires is not really worth the squeeze, is it, so to speak? Then, so unfortunately for it explains this might not be the ideal strategy. But what tires are going to go on from here? Though, he might be able to go on the medium tires. Actually, it does depend on what lap he does come in. What lap he comes in, though, doesn't it? Before he explains that, I was just on the breath for gosh, 18 laps. We've only done half distance here. My goodness me, then it's been an absolute cracker race, hasn't it? Once again from the Silver Boys. It's been a really good Grand Prix. It really has. So good that I'm struggling to talk, which is nothing unusual there, is it? And you can see Androffa is now gaining on the man is for the championship, and he's going to strengthen his hold. He might even get second here. He is going to go up the inside then Androffa, but not quite of Alham, but not quite. And Paulie Orange set the fast lap race. You get a bonus point for fast lap, don't you? So and that so that's going to be an interesting battle towards the end, isn't it? Stringy is also on the gearbox of FIFA beat by 0.2 of a second there, and we got DRS coming down this back straight as well. Just giving on. There is a perfect example of that DRS, and look at this, the drag reduction zone, drag reduction system there, and he is through up the inside, but he's gone wide as Stringy has. So FIFA is back through, and that is wow. Who is that? That's a red over there who has come back on the track. Oh my goodness me! Is they're off the track? They're back on. FIFA forces on the inside. That's an amazing move, fantastic manoeuvre there. What a move there from Forza. He was off the track then, so I think that might be frowned upon, but I loved it. That was an amazing move there from Forza. Brilliant, absolutely amazing stuff there from Forza. That was bravery, bravery the utmost. That was amazing stuff. How brave how he was to keep his toe in. Really good stuff indeed. I'm back on board Stringy then, who is really putting the pressure, isn't he, on FIFA Beefy in front of us as well. We're on board FIFA Beefy. Droffa is 5/10 of a second away from Alhan again, as they're still battling away then, as it's still status quo at the moment, isn't it? Look at Stringy, look at the pace of Stringy's got then. They're both on similar tire length, isn't they? Tire age, and he's up the inside, passes FIFA Beefy, and he in the centre S, and he is up in the 7th position then. Poorly Orange there is 4/10 of a second back mode, because I think, Joffa's 4/10 of a second button, is Alhan is quick where he needs to be quick, isn't he? And I think that's good as FIFA having a look then, as again then we got, lovely shot here from Stringy there. FIFA Beefy having to correct a slide there, isn't he? And we've also got these two, who was getting very dicey last night, wasn't it? Forza was definitely out on the outside of the track there, wasn't he? He was in outer space, he was so far away then. And but I gotta say that was bravery, wasn't it? Because it's very slippery out there, isn't it? And there's also quite bumpy as well then, because the bumps do upset these cars. These cars are quite delicate, aren't they? A bit like me, really. And if a one wrong hit of the bump, then you could be flying off and into the scene of the accident. As now they're powering up the hill once again, then out of Young Cow, and a Droffer then is you see that is what 4/10 of a second looks like. Is that gap too big? Then he's got DRS, and he is on high in terms of Earth. And as you can see, as the telemetry is alongside the screen then, before dropping down into the centre S. Then he needs to keep it nice and tidy for the centre S, then, so he can have a good attempt then going into Lake Descent then. And Alhan there is Alhan's keeping it nice and tight there, isn't he? But again, Droffer there is just going to run out straight, isn't it? That's a longer straight, isn't it? A longer back straight, but it's just not long enough at the moment there for it's just not long enough at the moment there for Droffer at the moment. And we've also got FIFA Beefy in 8th position right at the moment. Hunter is down in a 12th position there, isn't he? He's got no points at the moment, which will mean, as it stands at the moment, that Droffer will be up into 2nd in the driver standing then. So that's good stuff for Droffer. Droffer is really becoming a very good steady hand, isn't he? His consistency is what is really helping in this drivers' championship this season. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? Droffer has been very much all about the podiums and just racking up the finishes and points finishes. It's been good stuff, hasn't it? Once again, they're coming up the hill again, and in turn 14-15, look at that, then brilliant stuff, fellas. They come near the curve, then near the barrier, then, and again, Droffer is getting this is closer this time. This is much closer this time. He's full beans, and he's on full beans and on the earth, and he's up the inside, passes Alhan, and that is a great move indeed. And Stringy is in the pits then for the racing point, and Stringy is retired from the session. Then Stringy is out of the race. Then I'm not sure what's happened there, but Stringy then, who was having a good race, and he has dropped out of this race. What a shame then. Now Alhan is side by side with Droffer coming down as Lake Descent. Poorly Orange there is becoming an ominous figure as well, and Stringy is out of the race, and that has helped. Serious Mushers in the pits, and that has also helped. Hunter coming into 10th position as well there. So Stringy's left the session there, so unfortunately for Stringy, he was having a good race up to that point. He was battling in 7th and 8th position there with FIFA Beefy, but unfortunately that all came to nothing in the end then. This battle here is now started to, Poorly Orange is now started to really become interesting, hasn't he? As look, there is our Mercedes in the background. He's only 7/10 second away now from Poorly Orange's then, and we'll see. I'm wondering then, I think Droffer wanted this move to be done dusted. He was done, wasn't he, last lap? But unfortunately for Droffer, unfortunately for Alhan, he just came back past, didn't he? Now then it's a free car battle for 4th, 5th and 6th position then, isn't it? So here comes Poorly Orange, 3 seconds in front. This is 0-0 then, as the soft tyres have not done explains much good. Well, he is in 2nd position then, and he's only 2 seconds away from Glock, but I think he wants to be a bit closer to Glock then as well. But at the moment, so Red Bull 1-2, and that is actually strengthening themselves in the construction. Will they stay that way? Well, I highly doubt it at the moment then, because anything can happen in this race then, as they come down into Lake Descent then, as my TV has turned off and I can't find the remote. 1 second, everyone, as I got technical difficulties once again then, as yep, and I don't know where my remote is. Where's my remote? It's a bit of a nightmare in here at the moment then. Yeah. But anyway then, so this battle here is still a 3-car battle for the for 4th, 5th and 6th position as it stands at the moment. But yeah, I can't find my remote. Where's my remote gone? Oh dear, this is not good at all, is it? You know, the professional nature that I am, and so yeah, bear with me, folks, as once again then I just show my amazing yeah. I'm all rattled now, and as my amazing yeah. Anyway, then as soon as I get the team back on, we're back racing then. As you can see then is at the moment then the Toro Rosso is now dropped down into it's a battle between Alhan and Droffer then, and Droffer is back through then, and he is back in the full position then. Now poorly Orange then is battling away as well. They're free abreast then, as they come down to Lake Descent then, and let's see what it is then. Droffer is in full position, but poorly Orange has gone to fifth then, but Alhan is swooped back past it, and I think that's good stuff then from Droffer then. He is in at full position then. Alhan is down in fifth position at the moment then, as they come up the hill then into seventh position then, as FIFA Beefy is now coming on to the back of Forza as well then. This is going to get very good stuff indeed then. As you can see, they're all starting to close up now, aren't they, at this stage of the race then. This is going to be I reckon it's going to be a fascinating final few laps, isn't it? How long is those hard tires going to last? We've got a couple of guys that'll be on the soft tires, a couple of guys might be on the medium tires as well. Hunter's still on the medium tires, isn't it? Will those medium tires get to the end then? And look in front of us there, that was 00. That's how quickly these guys are now starting to catch on 00 as well. I think that's 00, isn't it? No, it's not. It's Cole Oliver. I apologise. It's Cole Oliver as 00 is just actually coming to line, and there's a gap is 5/10 of a second, isn't it? As a poorly Orange there is gaining on Alhan as they come down into turn one. Poorly Orange there, he is going to go the inside. Alhan has just left enough room then. It is Cole Oliver. My apologies there. Droffer's got a 3-second penalty as a poorly Orange there is really it's really all over the back of Alhan as they come down Lake Descent once again. Droffer is just starting to wander away there. He's almost a second in front then. Oh, and that was a Forza in the background now, getting very wobbly there in the background now. Alhan there is in sixth position then, as he's dropped down 2 positions in the last couple of laps, and we're on 25 out of 36 here in this incredible race then. 00 is now all over the back then of Explains then. As Explains there is now probably the tires are starting to drop off. He's done 12 laps on the soft tires, and the guys on the soft tires that pitted on the safety car now are going to be really struggling, aren't they? I think for grip then. I think that last night the maximum the soft tire runners did was about 10-11 laps, wasn't it? And that was when they started to fade then. So here tonight then, they are really pushing in there. They might go, if they got any more fresh soft tires, they might go on that again then. But we'll see. As Explains going to the pits, a double almost followed now, didn't he? 00 did. 00 is back up in the second position now. Good stuff indeed then. Explains in the pits, and Droffer is back up the third. Good stuff indeed then. But Poorly Orange has got DRS in, and he is now going to be challenging Droffer. Droffer at the moment then is in third position there, but I feel his time at third position might be limited, as he has now got, as Poorly Orange there has really got some pace on that Mercedes, hasn't he? Really has. And you can see there as he's gaining again on Droffer, and he comes down into Lake Descent there, but he was just a bit too far back. Explains there on the soft tires there, and it's a battle between Explains and Hunter, isn't it? And I'm quite intrigued in this battle here, as Explains there come out just behind Hunter then. So Hunter is in 10th position, 9th position, and Explains in 10th position there. Explains is on soft tire, so he's going to be lightning. Look at all these battles up and down the field. Once again, then, I think this just shows how competitive Silver is, isn't it? Glock is only 2.7 seconds away then. Of course, Glock, I think they've one of the most incredible races you'll ever see was Glock just wandered away. I think it was in Mexico, wasn't it? One of the biggest winning margins ever in ALR history. It's so good. It was incredible, wasn't it? Well, of course, here tonight, then, it's a much more narrow margin, isn't it? Glock there is might be so Glock is still at the front there, but only by 2.5 seconds there from 00 in second there, and Droffer in third position. But Droffer is now under pressure there, isn't he? Oh my goodness me then! Droffer there is trying to force Poorly Orange on the astroturf, but Poorly Orange is through, passes him, moves up into third position, and he is on his way. He's got a 6-second deficit. FIFA's through because Fig Force is in the pits as well, isn't it? The soft tires there, as Explains, has also got by Hunter as well. Hunter dropping down to 9th position then, and is in second position there is in the challenge is very much under threat there. Force is going to come out in 10th position still. So good stuff indeed then, as we got last 8 saying come on Xie, as we're on board then with Hunter as well then, as he is just behind Explains as well, as just going back to this battle here, and Alhan there is trying to keep up then. I've got to say Droffer's doing a very good job actually to keep on the back of Poorly Orange at the moment, isn't he? Poor Orange has just got by then, and I think he's just got to get back into a rhythm, hasn't he? LPE As we got a great battle here, and we are got, oh my goodness me, we got a brilliant battle over Street Serious Mushroom LP, and of course Flea as well. This is an incredible battle, and this is for 11, 12, and 13 position then, as LP has gone slightly off the track then, and now then the Ferrari of Flea has gone to 12th position. Good stuff indeed then between these two guys. Remember, the battle in at the midfield and the lower end at the points is just as fraught as it is at the front end. Serious Mushrooms up to 11th then. He is 5 seconds away from Forza, who's just come out of the pit. Said Flea is in 12th position, LP is in 13th position there. Keep an eye on what those guys could do then. Back to this battle here then, and the battles are now starting to calm down slightly, even though Explains is now coming to the back of King's Zone, as Explains also set the fastest lap of the race. Good stuff indeed then. But I think that we might keep an eye on this battle here then, as we're on board then. Valpy, he's got DRS, and look at how much urgency he's basically on what's it, fresh air? I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what fresh energy, I don't know. Anyway, as LP there just ran out of space, ran out of straight line now, didn't he? Now he's coming wide, then coming into turn 3. Then look at this, as Flea is feeling the push there of LP. Then LP hasn't scored a point yet. He's going up the inside of Flea. He passes Flea, and what a move there from LP. Good move there. He's up in the 12th position. Lovely stuff indeed there. Explains it's all over the back. Oh my goodness me! He's going into Magulio side by side with Kingdom. My word, that's bravery. He's up the inside of Mungo into Young Cow. That's an amazing move for Explains. He is on his way. What a move there from the Red Bull driver, and away he goes. That's a fantastic move. Now Kingdom is going to be hunted by Hunter then in the 9th and 8th position then, as the Kingdom out there, but Explains are on the soft tires, a fresh set of soft tires, and away he goes then. We've also got Lassie asking, where is Andre? Unfortunately, Andre dropped out of the race there just as it was starting there, which is unfortunate. Forza set the fast out of the race on soft tires as well. Yes, unfortunate for Andre, wasn't it? He qualified in 11th or 12th position, I think it was. And that's a shame really, because we were expecting some good things, wasn't he, from Andre. We was robbed of that, wasn't we? Such a shame then. As we've also got Andy there is also saying push it XE then as well. That is I hope I'm saying your names right. Of course, everyone knows that my pronunciation of names is absolutely rubbish. As we come down to Lake Descent once again, LP there just ran out of road there slightly, didn't he? Hunter is now 3 tenths a second away from Kingdom there, as we're getting a bit of jazz hands going on. But then jazz hands is jazz cars, isn't it? They come down to Magulio once again then, and before coming to Yuncal and accelerating up the hill then. Kingdom is under a lot of pressure. He is Kingdom is on the hard tires there, 16 laps hard tires. Those hard tires I don't think will be at the end of their life, but he's really struggling now, isn't he? And now look at Hunter there. They're so close together, and they look, that was Explains that now he's going on the outside. Hunter is on the outside of Kingdom. Kingdom is still through, and it's still in 8th position. Hunter's pushed him through there. He's pushed him through then, coming out of turn 3, and going to be down into Lake Descent as well. Explains is 10th for a second, not anymore. He is in 6th position then. Lovely onboard footage here from the Red Bull. Brilliant stuff. He is away. Where is Hunter? Hunter and Kingdom is still battling away then in 6th position. Sorry, it's 8th and 9th position. I don't know why I keep saying 6th position, because I was looking at Explains. That's why. Incredible stuff, Ben. And Andre did comment in the commenting section there. Unfortunately, I'm not fluent with English, let alone any other language there. So, yes, I'll leave that one as it was for now. LPE has moved up into 11th position then, and he is now just outside the points. He's 9 seconds away, LPE is, and he might be able to get his first points, but with only 5 laps to go, I think it might be a bit optimistic to say the least. Alhan is starting to come back out of the drop action in the battle for 4th position. He is now up the inside. Oh, goodness me. Then I thought he went to the side of Troffer there, and that was very close indeed, wasn't it? As now they're going up and under then, and he will have DRS then for the coming down into Lake Descent. And is it going to be enough? We're on board then. Well, we're on board at the Hassans. It come down the hill once again. There's poorly orange there. He's 2 seconds in front then, and at the moment then is status quo at the moment then. Hunter is also 4 tenths of a second back as well then. And look at this, Hunter ain't using DRS, so Hunter ain't using DRS. I wonder if he's got a DRS failure in that McLaren, which is hindering him as well, isn't it? As we're coming out of Lake Descent then, and now coming up the hill, and it's so narrow this part of the track then, as Serious Mushroom and LPE are still battling 2-0. I'm loving this battle, impressive stuff as well then. So the Williams is back past it, but LPE then is really gaining it. He's going to go up and under then. Look at this, Serious Mushroom's going to have to do some serious defending this. They come down into Lake Descent once again, and he's on the outside. Serious Mushroom's on the inside, but Serious Mushroom will have the more acute angle, and he is still in 11th position, and LPE is still in 12th then. And once again, oh, is that Hunter? Got a yellow flag. Is that Flea is gone? Flea, oh, that's a smash. That's a smash on the outside then. As we're on board, Colin. Oh, that's right in the middle of the track then. That is surely a virtual safety car or something. Really is a safety car on the last couple of laps. Oh my goodness me. Incredible stuff then. As Andres has confirmed, it is German, yeah. I did take it as we got a safety car. I did take German lessons, but unfortunately, as I said, I struggle with English, let alone any other language, so we'll leave that there, shall we? Into the pits comes Hunter, Kingdom and FIFA then, so they're all in the pits then. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? So who is going to take advantage? Alhan's got a 3-second penalty then. Of course, they all have to adhere to the Delta, don't they? Hunter's out in front of Kingdom, and that's a change of position. And the Toros guys didn't get in front of the McLaren then. It's a serious message as well. LPE is in, and so is Ghost then. As Carl Oliver is actually potentially could get some points here, but unfortunately those don't count because Carl Oliver is a Ghost, unfortunately. As Nalden is so into the pit is Glock going to come in the pits, and that's the question then. He hasn't got a big advantage, Glock hasn't, but is he got? He is coming in the pits then. I wonder if anyone is going to roll the dice and stay out there, as the double is in the pits as well then. I'm thinking that if it's going to help anyone, I think it would have helped double really, because he's the only man that's close enough to Glock then, wasn't he? He's on the soft tires, Glock is then, and he is coming out of the pits now. Double is also in the pits then. Paulie Orange is in the pits as well, so is Droffer then. So it's kind of reset, it's going to reset everything, isn't it? So this is going to be an incredible end to the Brazilian Grand Prix. We've had 2 safety cars here tonight. We didn't have any in gold last night, did we? And now Glock is out and away he goes. That explains then it's staying out on the soft compound tire here, because explains there is gone down 7 laps. Oh, he's going to come out in front of Glock, is he? He has. No, he hasn't. No, sorry, it's the it's the racing point, as Glock is there. Glock is there. So Glock first, explain second, double third, Paulie Orange fourth. Paulie Orange there. Paulie Orange has come out in 4th position now. Droffer is in 5th. Forza is in 6th position now. He's just come on soft tires as well, hasn't he? 6 laps to go. Alhan is in 7th position with FIFA. 8th and 9th position is Hunter. 10th position is Kingdom then. So more or less, and apart from explains in Forza who stayed out, I think we're as we were then. So we're just now waiting then for the safety car to come in. Hopefully the safety car be in. Or might not be this lap, it might be in the next lap then. And so we're just going to have a bit of so we've got a lap then, just to chill out then. And let's take stock, shall we, of what's gone on in this incredible Brazilian Grand Prix. We've lost Flea, unfortunately. He crashed quite heavily out of turn 6 then. And because of that, he has caused the safety car Stringy out of the race as well. I'm not sure what was Stringy there, but unfortunately he had to dash off there. We've also lost Fran and Vitor. They caused the first safety car. Big old smash on the pit on the start-finish straight. It looked like a Vol smash, didn't it? And Razor also smashed at turn 60 as well there. But luckily for the drivers out there, Razor's car was not in the line of fire. However, Flea's car was, and then we got the safety car out then with just a couple more laps to go in this race. We're on lap 34. I reckon we'll have 2 laps and a sprint, and then Glock is trying to get those tires up to temperature. He's got a rear gunner now in terms of explains then. I'm not sure if he needs one, but explains there nonetheless. So then, in the actual standings then has at this race at the moment. Then it's Glock leads, explains second, 00 in 3rd position. 4th position is Paulie Orange. Oh my goodness me, that was very close then between Paulie Orange and Double. 5th position is Droffer. 6th is Forza. Alhan is in 7th with FIFA 8th. Hunter in 9th position. Was that a red ball that just went to the wall then, or was that just me? As yeah, I thought it was Glock that just went into the pit wall there, but perhaps not then. But that looked a bit worrying there, didn't it? Yeah, so that's the top 10 at the moment. The guys, so we've got Explains and Forza who have not come in the pits, and so they got old soft tires on. Everyone else has got new soft tires on, and just completing the results then. Well, sorry, the order as we go into lap 35. Serious Mushroom in the 11th position. 12th position is LP, and 13th position is Ghost said, and Con Oliver is out of this race unfortunately as well. So Glock didn't go into the bar then, so it's just me seeing things there, which is nothing unusual. And we're going to be getting right back racing, I think, in a minute. And we're just waiting for those lights to go off on the safety car. When they go off, we'll be racing here in Brazil. I'm just waiting for that mic. There it is, we're going to be back racing in just a few moments. We got 2 laps of sprinting then. When is God going to go? Look, it explains there. He is eager to get this race back going, and isn't he? This is going to be a good end to the race, I feel, and hopefully we don't have any incidents. We got 13 cars left. Out of the 20 that started, 19 that started, and we had 20 competitors in this field. Then we're back racing. Glock once again. Then time now to perfection. LP and Serious Mushroom now have already overtaken each other. Not over there a lot. Then now we're back racing, and here we go then on the 35th and 35th and second to last lap then. So we might have, oh my goodness me, oh contact there, we might contact this Forza there is straight to go, oh goodness me then, as we got all kinds of stuff going on here. Hunter's gone up the inside and he's gone up there for this, then Forza's gone off the track then as well, so they come down into Lake Descent then, as you can see that, so we had some shenanigans there doing. Forza's on the wrong end, then LP's in the points and Kingzo is right off the track then, as he's trying to come back on. Where is he? Oh goodness me then, as he is back on in 12th position there as well then. We got Ghost in 13th, so Glock is still leading. Explains is still second. We got Ghost and Ghost. Oh goodness me, Ghost is coming miles from nowhere, and he has gone to the back. He's damaged the car, as Kingzone has not damaged the car luckily, but yeah, that's not good at all. LP is in the points and good stuff for LP then, and hopefully he can get some points on his hopefully get some for his first points this season as well. Hunter is all over the back of FIFA Beefy in the battle for 7th and 8th position as well as we come through once again. Then the complete lap 35 run lap 36. Here's the race leader. It's Glock at the moment. He's got a second advance as he starts his 36th and final lap. It's also the fast lap of the race. He's going for his 7th Grand Slam of the season. He coming down into turn 1 there. So just take a look there and say, is there any change in positions there? Not quite then. We're on the final lap then of this Brazilian Grand Prix to come down into Lake Descent. Glock explains it's a Red Bull 1-2. Good stuff, man. With double in 3rd position, then 4th position is Paulie Orange has gone wide then, and Wonder of Pounds. Well, Alhan in 6th position. Then we got Hunter and FIFA B for 7th, 8th position, 4th and 9th. LP in 10th position, Serious Mushroom in 11th position, Kingzo, Ghost in 12th and 13th position then. As we're into the midfield, midfield section now as well. Then Glock there accelerates now. There, he's gained a 2-second advantage there, hasn't he? In just a matter of 2 laps. Then this man is very good, isn't he? To say it very mildly indeed. Then, and he's now coming down into Magulio for the 36th and last time. There is Explains, and Explains has done it. It's an amazing job there to not come in the pits there, hasn't he? He's really done an amazing job there. So come up the hill then, and Glock is going to win his 10th race of the season. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Glock wins the Brazilian Grand Prix and fastest lap. Double is second. Paulie Orange is third. FIFA Beefy is second. My word, what a race back. What a race coming up for FIFA. Double Paulie Orange. Hunter, Droffa, Alhan Explains, Forza, LPE. Again, his first points of the season as well with Ghost. And with Ghost in Kings up there. It's very close together as well. And my goodness me, Explains there too many penalties, unfortunately for Explains in the end. And by God, say that was an inspired strategy call there towards the end, wasn't it? As Explains there could have potentially got 2nd position there. And Glock there with his 10th race win in 11 starts. And wow, what a result there. Good stuff indeed then, as Explains for saying he did push too hard, unfortunately. FIFA Beefy on the podium. Well done to FIFA Beefy. Returns then and has performed very well. That's Alpha Romeo's best result of the season. Brilliant stuff there from FIFA Beefy. And 00 again on the podium there. Fully Racing Point team then. As and good stuff indeed then. So let's take a look at the final classification then for the Brazilian Grand Prix then. And let's take a look then, shall we? Glock, who won this race, and FIFA Beefy, no penalties. Hats off to FIFA Beefy. Possibly candidate for driver of the day, maybe even Hunter as well. Good stuff, man. Glock won this race, 10th race for in the season. FIFA Beefy second, 00 in third with Paulie Orange 4th, Hunter in 5th position, 6th Droffa, 7th Alhan. Explains 8th, Forza in 9th, LPE in 10th position, his first point of the season. Well done. Serious Smasher 11th, Kingzone 12th, Ghost in 13th, and Ghost had an incredible start to this race. Retirements Card, Flea, Stringy, Fran, V-Todd and Razor all retired from this Brazilian Grand Prix. Wow, I got to say, I earned my money, I've earned my money in the last 2 races. That has been an absolutely incredible race today. It really has, then, as the drivers are just joining me in the gantry now, then. And I got to say, because of all those penalties, I'm going to struggle to remember where you guys finished them, because that was all chop and change there, wasn't it, towards the end then. But let's come to what I'd say, maybe driver of the day then, for an absolute clean as a whistle drive today. FIFA Beefy, you're on the podium. Brilliant stuff today. No penalties. Hats off to you. How did you find that race?
Loved it. It's my favourite track probably. I knew I had a chance at the end. I knew everyone had penalties. I had none, but I didn't think I was going to get second.
That was amazing stuff as well. I got to say that hats off to you for getting no penalties as well around here, because it's such a difficult track not to get penalties. We've seen in qualifying a lot of drivers really struggling with laps being invalidated just by going wide and stuff like that. Then, so how difficult is it just to go around here 36 laps with no penalties? That's amazing.
I know, that's probably my speciality. I'm pretty good at that. So that's what I was hoping for at the end of the race. I
got to say that was absolutely fantastic stuff. And really, I got to say, he was involved in some amazing battles there. It was you and Hunter, I think, towards the end of the race there, was just trying to keep him back then. But how difficult is it to keep your calm with the 2 safety car restarts?
I know, it was good. It was hard. I was just going to do a soft medium, and then that, and then I was right next to the pit entry when the last safety car comes, so there was a bit of luck involved. But yeah, good race.
Hats off, FIFA. Well done, mate. Absolute brilliant stuff. My driver of the day, if it's worth anything. Mainly for no penalties. That's absolutely fantastic stuff. Coming to Poorly Orange next then. Poorly, I'm not sure where you finished in the end. I'm just trying to take a look at the classification. You was battling right up at the front.
I ended up 4th. I got a black screen twice in turn 2 and had to go off the track because I couldn't see where I was going. So that was fun.
I was going to say, that was a bit unusual. That was a little like you was out of control. I think I just kind of skipped past it, but I think I might have. It's
something to do with this T500 wheel. It gives me a black screen at least twice a race.
Oh, blimey. So it's kind of driving with with your eyes shut, so to speak, isn't it?
Pretty much. Pretty much. The safety cars didn't help either near the end.
Yeah, with the safety car coming out so near to the end, then if that safety car didn't come out, do you think you would have been on the podium and maybe challenging for second?
Yeah, I think so. Well, on the podium at least. I don't know about challenging for second.
It did make a very good race at the end there as well. In the early stages though, I was getting very excited. I think he was battling away. Wasn't it? It was a free car battle in the beginning then. Was you happy with the strategy you had today, or do you feel that in hindsight you probably might have picked something different?
Is that me?
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, I didn't know you were talking to. I was going to go medium soft, but then it told me to go medium hard, so I was going to do that until safety car stuff happened. Then it was just use all your tyres.
It was, and because everyone was on soft in there as well, which kind of was an easy choice. Well done, Paulie, even though I didn't know where he finished there, because he just jumped all over the place. So,
I'll take full.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. And I think Hunter finished, I think he jumped up to 5th in the end, Hunter. I would say that most of that race he was languishing in the midfield, so 5th position in the end, fantastic stuff.
I'll have to turn my mic back on. No, not really. It's a complete day to forget. It was from qualifying till the end of the race. I hated every minute.
Oh, and why is that? Is that just down to the race? Just not feeling it.
No, I absolutely love Brazil. Obviously, my AI decided to crash at the end of Q1.
Yeah.
So I started on the hards. I got smacked by Fran. I was last 3 times. I just couldn't get past FIFA at the end, but I did enjoy the battle at the end. That was quite fun.
It was. I got to say, there were some amazing battles you was involved in, but yeah, the one with FIFA and you at the end. It's a shame that we didn't have many more laps actually, because I was enjoying that.
I was hoping we didn't have another lap because my DRS broke on lap 16, so I wouldn't have got past. I needed to do it before the DRS was available, but credit to him, he kept it kept it online and kept it where he needed to be. It was nice to see him back.
I got to say though, so your DRS was broken, was it, from 16? Blimey, that was almost half the race then, so that's a bit annoying then. So that's probably what hampered you coming through the field as well then.
Well, obviously I started 14th, so I wanted to start on the hards anyway, but like I say, there was contact with Fran who, yeah, I'm not going to go into that, but it wasn't very nice, and then Flea again, so my wing was too damaged for me to carry on, so I had to pit again. I was going to take the mediums to the end, but I was literally right behind FIFA when FIFA Beefy when the last safety car come out, and it was a no-brainer. Brand new softs and just go for it, but I think I got hit 4 times today. It wasn't a very nice one, but I'll still take 5th from where I started and being backwards, so.
I was going to say you're in front of your champion, the man who's battling you for second at the moment. So I'll definitely take that. Absolutely good race for all you guys today. Brilliant stuff as always for the Silver League. I know I'm really regretting wearing a grey shirt now because I've got a big old sweaty back. We're back in a week's time as we are in Canada, I believe. So a lovely racetrack that is. I'd say it's. I love this track, but I love Canada even more. It's got amazing classical races to go through, which I'll be talking a lot about in qualifying, no doubt about it. So Sunday. 6:30, and I think that's my cue to go. So Sunday 6:30 for gold, and it'll be Monday 7:30 for silver. See you in Canada.